Craig brings all the boys to the yard. I said, you look at him, he looks at you. Y'all can make up whatever the fuck y'all want. I don't care what y'all call yourself.
Well, how are you a media guy if you don't produce nothing?
It's like ceramic, bro. It's got like 75 layers.
Did you not notice how long it took me to post something?
Why did we have that many? Please, someone. Why did we? Yes. Why did we have the fucking rabbits?
Man, this is gonna be the most awkward sitting I'm ever gonna do. It's literally like not nice at all.
I was trying to hook up with some dirty cars.
Tell him that he has 20 minutes to get all the jets that you need where you need them, or we're not getting fuel there in the morning.
What 20-year-old wants to have a meeting?
We've allowed this. We've allowed these guys to become the biggest company in the ceramic world.
What they say is silver spoon. Everything was handed to him.
So I said, yeah, I babysit 14 fucking dogs.
I'm the one that cleaned up Acadiana. I'm the only one with a 100% satisfaction rate.
Third party vouched. He's wrapping Teslas for $3,000 out here.
Huh?
So of course he's got the whole Tesla fleet.
Hey Brandon, what you know about detailing, man? So it's been a while. We're back. Intersections. It's been about 3 months when we had Kobe in. Now we got somebody that actually I spoke to back to 2012 when I first started my business. A lot of people don't know. My father was the one that told me to start this business. I was working overseas, working on drill ships and things like that. But I'd come home and I'd want people's shit to look great. He said I should start a business. When I started doing some research, looking around, who the fuck's doing what around here? What are they doing? I didn't find nobody in Lafayette, but I found 2 people. I found this cat sitting in front of me, and I found Alex Luke that's out in Destrehan. You guys are actually pretty close. Y'all, I don't know if y'all get along, but y'all are actually pretty close in vicinity. Y'all do 2 totally different things these days, but y'all both started off the same way. I want everybody, welcome Brandon to Intersections. How's it going, man?
It's going good. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, man. I had to come out here. Do you know I don't normally break my studio down and come out somewhere? It takes a lot for me to do.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
I'm waiting for Brandon to go, you better come out here.
No.
You better come out here.
I'd have came to you.
This is a nice shop. This is gonna come along pretty goddamn well. I see you're only doing 1 section at a time here, but I'll be damned, you got some good taste here, Brandon.
Hopefully not, or it'll be for sale. It'll be a cool piece for sale. If it doesn't do well, it'll be a cool piece.
Hey, can I get a discount on this white one behind me then?
Right,
when you gotta get it out?
Yeah.
Wait, how much, David? $200? That's about all I got in my account. Nah, so I mean,
bang.
So Brandon started out. What'd you start out as? Tell everybody how you started.
I just started mobile detailing, man. Just passing out flyers. I got a little extra flip phone, little cheap phone, and started making flyers because Facebook wasn't really big, and I just went door to door in the neighborhoods and just passed out.
That's like old-fashioned way.
Yeah,
it's almost like you got to be what's that?
Yeah.
The people that are sitting there on the corner, we'll work for food. You're like, we'll clean your car for $50 type of thing.
Absolutely. I mean, don't get me wrong. I've done way, man. So what really got me fascinated about detailing is that I had a little Civic and I started doing car shows with it. And this was,
Or like a Cars and Coffee? Or
no, this was just like a car show at an audio shop, or little places that would host car shows, a church that would have a car show, just little car shows. And I'd just really clean my car and customize it all myself. I learned how to customize cars, so I was doing it, and I was doing all the detailing myself. And at one of the car shows, man, it was an audio shop in Chattanooga, Tennessee, and the judge came to me and said, "You're the only car that I rubbed my finger in the inner fender well, and it came out clean."
And didn't look like I wiped my unwet wiped ass.
He didn't say that, but exactly probably what he meant. But he rubbed his finger underneath there and came back and said, I'm pretty sure you're going to get first place just because of this. Like, that's how clean the car was.
Damn.
And he said, how often do you drive the car? And I said, dude, I deliver pizza in this car. So,
Shit.
I mean, like, yeah. So that was maybe, but I was working at a little car wash. They, of course, they gave me a polisher. I had no business having a polisher, but they gave me a polisher and put me in the bag. I guess maybe just because maybe they saw that I took a initiative into detail.
That's a weird thing you say that.
Yeah.
I shouldn't have had a polisher.
Yeah.
So many people
Uh-huh.
that get into this industry, that's the first thing they want to grab when
Yep.
they don't even know the basics of what you've
No.
got to do before you even use that polisher.
Yeah. Well, I knew the basics, but I damn sure didn't know how to use a polisher like that. Like they gave me a polisher. Of course, we had the big brick that
With two
the
handles on the
wax,
side.
so
Yeah.
it was, heavier than I was. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah,
I had
yeah.
that thing, but when they actually gave me the polisher to start polishing cars, like big rotary, I shouldn't have had that thing in my hands. You know what I'm saying?
You made all them nice little designs on the car with it. And
Oh, I'm
everything.
sure I made some very nice designs on some cars. The good and bad thing is you don't see them at the time they're being made most of the time. So that was probably great driving off.
See it whenever
know?
the client gets
Yes.
there, and it's like,
Yeah.
who the fuck did
Exactly.
this?
Now that's the cars we see today. We're like, who the fuck did that? Oh, that was Brandon 20-something years ago. That's who it was. Like,
don't go to him. I don't know where he's at these days.
Exactly. Yes, man. But
Yeah.
they gave me the polisher, and I went to town and learned as much as I could. I just soaked up as much as I could, and I've always done other things, and this has always been the thing I've done on the side. I've never really turned it into a business, and then finally I took the leap.
How was that transition from mobile to when did you know that, okay, I got mobile down packed? Most people I know I do, I want to be as best as I can possibly be at something before I move on to the next phase. So how long did it take you? And when did you know, all right, I'm done with mobile. I need to do something bigger now. I need to do something better.
So I was doing jets at night, and I had major contracts with like NetJets, FlexJet, Citation Share, all the big major companies. I had huge contracts with them, and so I did cars during the day. And I mean, I was doing everything, dude, to get my name out there. Like I was doing Craigslist, like everything. I was, on everything that I could. I was trying to get my name out there, and
Ain't Craigslist where like people hook up or something like that?
Now,
I was
trying to hook up with some cars. Shit, I was trying to hook up with some dirty
I didn't
cars.
know you could hook up with cars, but I know they be booty hustling on there and stuff.
I was trying to hook up with some dirty cars. Scrolling through the pages.
I got a clean rag for you.
Yes. So I was just, man, I was all day, like literally, like you can't stress the fact of day and night. Like literally, I would go all day cleaning cars, and then literally sometimes I would watch this. I would be polishing a jet, watching the sun come up. Like it was literally a grind. Like it, and then it got to the point where, I don't know how to explain the event of what happened that helped me out a lot. Let's just say it was an overspray job. We're just going to use it as an overspray job. I won't go into the full details of it, but it was an overspray job, and that I was making an astronomical amount of money.
Now you say overspray. We think of overspray as those contaminants that wash and wax don't get rid of, right?
Yep.
Because a lot of people go, I got some crap in my car. Maybe you need to buff that out or wax that out.
Yeah,
but it takes certain chemicals.
It
takes a certain process to get some of this shit off. Right.
No, this was very special overspray. This wasn't your typical overspray job.
Did you know how to do that originally?
No, I did not. I was learning my craft. I was learning the chemicals. This is around the time that I imported the first professional ceramic coating into the country.
Yep.
So
I actually watched that. I wasn't there, but I actually know about that.
Right. So I literally was, you want to say at the time you think you're on top of your game. You know what I'm saying? Which in a way you're always learning. You're never at the top. You're just continuously learning. But I felt as though at that time I was on top of my game. I was importing something new that no one knew about, and I was wanting to, I was getting into paint protection film. I was what I would think is at the top of the game. And this event happened with overspray, and it happened around the same time that the Super Bowl happened here. So you got to imagine the jets at the airport they shut down the runway to park private jets on. Mm-hmm. And
it's time to shine.
Yeah, so I'm dealing with this, 50 to 100 car a day overspray venture that's making me more money than in a day than I've made in an entire almost years. So it's and I'm chasing these jets, man, and I'm out at the airport, and we grinded all day. You worked some of the overspray jobs with me. You're working, man. So, you're already burned out. And then you're having to argue with these, because on a normal night, man, you go out to the airport, you find the jet you need, you pull up to the jet, and you do it. But on Super Bowl, the jets are everywhere.
Yep.
And it's easier for you to just tell them to pull all the jets that you need. So you give the guys these tail numbers, and you say, hey, I need these jets. Well, I was out at the airport, and I told the guy, go grab the jets that I need. And the guy was like a manager, and he says, who are you? And I said, I give him my badge, because you have to have a badge to get out there. I give him my badge. And he goes, I've never seen you here. And I said, well, who are you? And he's like, I'm the manager here, And I'm like,
wonderful.
And I'm like, great, man. I was like, you probably work 9 to 5. I said, I work 9 to 5 cleaning cars. At night is when the jets are down. At night is when I'm here.
And so I'm now working 24/7 here.
You're normally not here at this time. So you're coming at me sideways for a time that you're not normally even here.
Yep.
And he's like, well, we don't have time for your shit tonight. And he basically puts his badge back, like throws it at me. And I'm like, and he's like, you know what? Give me that back. And he reaches for it. And I'm like, you're not taking my badge.
Yeah.
And he goes, well, we're not moving these jets tonight. It's not happening. So you might as well get out of here. And I'm like, oh.
You're about to put a.
So I call NetJets, which is the nation's largest private jet, company, taxi basically. So I call these people, and they're like, absolutely not. They're like, tell him that he has 20 minutes to get all the jets that you need where you need them, or we're not getting fuel there in the morning.
We're going to make a bigger problem.
And he goes, that's going to cost them hundreds of thousands of dollars, because we're filling up all of our jets before they leave. So this is like this. So go back and tell him that. And I'm like, oh.
You might want to call him. I can't. I'm not getting
I'm like, well, I'm just going to keep you on the phone. And he's like, yeah, do that. So I go over there and I tell him that. And he looks at me and he goes, you don't have the authority to do that. And I said, I might not, but the guy on the phone that just told me to tell you this did. So here you go. So I give him the phone, and they talk for a couple minutes, and he comes back and he's like, all right, we're going to start getting you these tail numbers over here. So I'm just
thank you, sir. You have a good night.
Ticked off at this point, because this is unnecessary, man. So we start cleaning the jets, and then a day or two later, I get another jet, NetJets, and all the big jets that I had a master key set, so I could get into these jets. I didn't need anybody to get into it. I had the keys. So I go in to the airport in New Orleans, and I'm supposed to clean just the interior of this jet. And I get there, and the jet is locked. So I call the pilots back. Yo, jet's on. They're like, no, it's not. I'm like, yes, it is. I'm like, no, it's not. So I have to take a video of me trying to open this jet to prove I'm not a freaking idiot.
Mm-hmm.
Send it to him. All right, we'll be out there in a little bit to unlock it. I'm like, how long is it? Like, I've got shit.
TikTok.
Yes, I've got shit. So I leave, and then a little while later, they call me and says, hey, we got it open. Go ahead out there. Go out there. Fucker, it's locked again. I'm like, this is not happening. This is a joke. Like, this is simple. Unlocking the jet is simple. You literally turn it, and you can push the door, and you pull it, and you pull it down. It's simple. So I could not believe the jet was locked. So I'm like, look.
Well, at the time, you probably didn't think it was simple. You're just mad.
So I leave. And later, they call back, and they're like, look, we're going to give you a fee for going out there. We're sorry. We need you to go out there with this jet. Dude, I get out there, and now it's like the evening. So just I went back to the oil job and clean. So come back to the airport, and I pull up. You pull up to the gate. They have to open the gate. So no one comes to open the gate. So I get out and I go inside, and I'm like, hey, Brandon, I need a clean tail number, yada yada yada. And she goes, yeah, hold on a second. So then next thing I know, the manager of this place comes out, and he goes, what company are you with? So I tell him. He goes, I don't think we have your insurance paperwork on file. I can't let you out there. I said, bro, are you serious? I said, I've been out here twice just today.
But did you have insurance?
Yes.
Oh.
So I said, hold on, buddy. I'll get it to you right away. So I call the insurance agent. I'm like, hey, I need you to fax over this paperwork, blah, blah, blah.
Y'all heard that, folks, right? Fax. This is back in the day. Fax.
So they fax it over, and I'm standing in here, and I'm watching the fax come through. And she grabs it, and she's like, okay, all right, let me bring it to whatever the guy's name is. So she goes in the back. She comes back out, and she goes, He left for the day. I said, what? Yeah, he left for the day, so I'm not going to be able to let you out there. I'm like, this is a joke, right? I'm like,
Didn't you have a key though? Then you'd be like, well, what's this? Can I go back to work?
no, I didn't have a key to that jet. This was the jet that was locked that I don't have the key to.
Oh.
So I'm like, you got to be kidding me. And at that point, I was the meme. Fuck this shit. Like that's where I was like, fuck this shit. Like this is not worth it. I was already annoyed because NetJets and all of them were going up to require you to carry like it started off as like $2 million smooth insurance policy, and then by this point it's increased like 15, 20 million smooth. Like this is you're talking about $20,000-$30,000 probably.
But a detailer can't afford that type of insurance.
Well, I mean, when they're bringing you them out, when they're bringing again business, if they're bringing enough business, yes, absolutely. And it was really, evaluating the past year, it was already close.
Now, once again, was this the transition from mobile into now I'm just a full-time detailer handling all types of situations?
This was me this was the fuck this shit. I'm going to get a shop.
Okay.
That's where I was like, I'm done. I'm done chasing shit. I'm done chasing, because like another good story is when the Metro Vac and Blow came out. Like that thing was the baddest thing. That thing came out. It was badass. Had to have that vacuum, dude. I get that vacuum.
David, that's the equivalent of the Lamborghini extractor steamer.
At the time.
Yeah, at the time. But I'm saying,
when that thing came
that's
out,
what makes your eyes sparkle,
So I was like, oh my God, I got to have this thing. So, I get my money together. I buy this thing. And I've got a regular client. He was a pharmacist. I do his car, but I normally go do it at like his CVS or whatever, where he traveled. So whatever pharmacy he was at, right? I went there, I cleaned his car. So one day he tells me to go do it at his family member's house. I show up over there, I get the vacuum out, start getting all my stuff, and it was just a basic, basic maintenance wash. It was probably between $75 and $125. Like that's where the price was at. So I get my stuff out, getting it all set up, start opening the car, start, moving stuff around. And this guy comes out and he's like, what are you doing? And I'm like, I'm about to detail this car. And he's like, how much? So I told him, and he goes, oh no, get your shit, get the fuck out of here. I do it for $25. I'm like, what? He's like, get your shit and get out. So I'm like,
okay,
all right. So I tell my buddy Joey, I said, grab the shit, pack the fucking van up, we're out. Like, and this guy's still going on. And we're packing. I'm like, look, bro, I'm not here to argue with you. I don't care. Like, I'm not dealing with this.
Yeah.
Like, and he sees the vacuum on the ground, and he goes, what the fuck is this shit? He's like, it's a cheap ass vacuum. He's like, this tiny ass piece of shit. He's like, I got a shop vacuum that can pick up bowling balls. And dude, I turned like right off the top of the hat. Dude, I turned to look at him and I said, I'm sorry, I didn't know I was coming to pick up bowling balls. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then I told him, I said, take a picture of this thing. I said,
go look it up.
And when I leave, go look it up. I said, because you're gonna feel pretty fucking ignorant at how high end this thing is compared to your fucking shop. I said, any idiot can go buy a shop vac from Home Depot, dude. This isn't that.
I've worked hard. I got this because it works.
But just ignorance. And I that's. And then I had another good client that was a doctor, and he was basically the head of this whole place. And sometimes I would get the security at those places that would give me problem, and I'd have to go inside and get him. And then it's like just stuff like that just irked me, man. I was there to be a professional, do a professional job, do my job, and that was it, man. I didn't want any of the bullshit. And so then I was like, just like that meme, I guess, fuck this. Like I'm going to do a shop.
Brandon's meme of the decade is
fuck this shit.
Yes, with it.
Yes. So
my meme right now is I'm sitting in a burning house going, everything's okay. That's mine right now.
That's a solid one. I could definitely relate to that one sometimes. Yeah.
Back to that story though.
So then I was like, of course, as everyone is, I'm terrified to go sign a lease at a place because that's scary as a mobile guy with nothing. You're do I go sign this lease?
Yeah.
So I go find a window tent shop that was in the neighborhood that I grew up in, and I went to him and I was like, hey man, like I'm mobile detailer.
Now you say grew up. Where are you from? You
here,
originally
Metairie,
from here?
Metairie, Louisiana.
Okay.
Yeah, Airline Park. So I was like, let me go ask this guy if maybe he'll rent me some space, you know? So, because I wanted a place that I knew was probably decent, and I knew this place was there for 20-something years. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it wasn't going anywhere. I didn't want to go get a place that the guy might close. So I was like, let me go try this. So I went there, and the guy was cool as hell. Guy, let me rent some space from him, and I started doing, polish jobs and ceramic coatings. And then I had a client come to me, want paint protection film, did paint protection film. And before I knew it, I was filling this guy's shop up every day.
Now, rewind a little bit. Ceramic coatings.
Yes.
They hit the scene when? 2012, 2013 time frame for a consumer to actually know anything about, because they've been around since 2010 that I know of.
Yeah. So, and I would say that's Optimum. I would say that was Optimum. I would say Optimum was the first one in the game, but this was the thing. Teflon was that in between. Teflon was right before ceramic.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not a chemist, but Teflon needs to be baked on.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm sitting here like this Teflon shit's kind of taking off, but I'm sitting here thinking to myself, like,
you need all these heat lamps
Teflon
and all this
needs to bake. I think Teflon, again, we could probably look it up once we had a computer, but what temperature does Teflon need to be baked? I mean, I think it's something stupid. Because I looked it up at the time. I think it was like fucking 2,000 degrees.
Whoa. No, I don't know. I wish
Look
we were if we
Look
were in the
that up.
studio, we could look it up.
Look that up. I think it's something stupid, man, that it technically needs to be baked on at. Like, it's some ridiculous number. It might be 1,200, but still, it was something high that I was like, oh.
Let's see. 700 degrees.
700
Fahrenheit.
That's hot.
Still
That's hot.
That's still not. I can't park it outside and hope for that to actually cure.
No, so
that's the cure temperature.
So in my eyes, I'm sitting here thinking, like,
how's this feasible?
How is this gonna? I'm like, you need to find something else.
Yeah,
So
where's Teflon at now?
Right. So
Nowhere.
I start looking, and I find this ceramic stuff, and I came across Opti first, and Opti was offering a lifetime warranty.
Did they?
And I'm sitting here,
they did.
I'm thinking to myself, what? Like, how?
Mm-hmm.
Like, how are they offering a lifetime warranty? The paint's not even lifetime.
Well, we're gonna get back to the ceramic. I want to get more of your history in here. So you're back in that shop.
Uh-huh.
And so the ceramics, it came out that time. You started picking that up. You chose that over Teflon.
Yes.
You did paint protection film.
Yes.
But had you ever done paint protection film?
No. I mean, same with the ceramic. So when I got the ceramic, I had to actually contact these guys via Skype. Like, this wasn't can't talk to these guys. Like, this was Skype.
It was tough.
Had to sign papers. Like, there was all kinds of shit. This was before the distributors were set up here. Like, this, I got in contact with the distributors through the main manufacturer. They told me, like, hey, we're putting this guy will be our manufacturer, but we're not open. We're not ready yet. And I'm like, I'm not waiting. Like, I'm ready. I'm ready to roll. Like, I'm trying to do something. So, so I imported this stuff, had to wait for it. And
how many people roll up on the shop?
Oh,
y'all, if y'all are listening and you're not watching, we got people just rolling up to his new shop. They just kind of park. We had somebody do that earlier, huh?
Yes.
Who was that anyway? Just people, huh?
People, dude.
It seems like they were part of the car club.
We're not open. So, I mean, imagine when this place gets out there and open like this.
Yeah.
This is just the people that come.
We need to pause for a second. Let's pause for a second.
I mean, we can.
We'll pause for a second and we'll take care of them and we'll be right back, y'all.
What?
We're back. Man, everybody loves interrupting, huh?
That's all day.
He could see all this equipment here, but, he just got to come in.
Let me tell you something.
Am I just an asshole because I don't like that?
No, listen to me. People will call me, message me, show up here, and I'm like, hey. And it's we talking about like 2-3 o'clock.
But B, you see what I just did?
Listen.
You gotta go.
Listen to me. Listen, Linda.
You ain't got
Linda.
it.
Listen, Linda. Linda, listen.
I'm Timona.
I will tell them, look, bro, I'm starving. I haven't ate all fucking day.
I don't care about that.
I need to go get lunch.
No. That's being nice. B, you gotta go. Hey, man.
Or I'll be in the middle of eating lunch. I'll literally be trying to put stuff in my mind, and they're just, hey, do you think you could take a look at this? And I'm like, first of all, I'm not fucking open.
Was I rude?
Second of all, no, you're not. No, we're not open. nigga, we're filming something here. Like,
Exactly.
you know what I'm saying?
I mean,
Like-
you look at it, you're like, but what's he thinking though?
Yeah.
He's like, Brandon, why you didn't call me to do this? But you only available on weekends?
Well, dude, like he even said, man, you need to start pumping out some content. And I told him, well,
But
I
you the
can't-
video man.
I can't make.
Did you hear what I just said?
I can't-
B talking about he needs somebody. You better get up on this.
I can't.
I don't play
make-
with people, I
can't
guess.
make-
That's why they don't like me,
I
Dave.
can't
I don't
make
play
people
with them.
show up. I can't.
Well, let's get back to it. Everybody's gonna get tired
So
of
what
us
were we
talking about the
We're talking
people
about
that's
mobile
interrupting.
detailing. We're
So
talking
you
about
went
going
from mobile. You had
We're
them
talking
big
about ceramic
jobs.
coatings. Talking about ceramic
Well,
coatings.
we got a whole. Oh, I know we got a lot to talk about ceramic coatings.
so
This
what-
is your favorite shirt right there.
So
I know
you
it
was
is.
talking about.
But you paint protection film. You picked that up. You didn't know anything about
I
it.
didn't know a single thing about paint protection. I mean, don't get me wrong. I heard paint protection film. That's about where it was at. You know what I'm saying? Like I heard paint protection film, but it was like it was.
But you walked me around earlier, and I see
Yeah.
a car over there.
Yep.
That was the first
Porsche.
one you wrapped, huh?
Yes. Yeah, it's a 2007 Porsche Carrera 4S. That's what that is. That belongs to a dentist.
Mm-hmm.
He came in because he had water spots in his wing. He's got the aero package, so the wing.
It's
has,
doubled. You got
Yes.
one underneath the other.
Yeah, but it's also like cupped.
Mhm.
So the water was etching in there, and the paint thickness gauge I had could not read that. So I told him, like, look, I'm probably sure that this paint is extremely thin on here,
Mm-hmm.
and this probably needs to be sanded. And I can't promise you that.
It's gonna be like it was.
I can't promise you that. I can't promise you that I don't burn through it because I have nothing to go off of. Like this is just. But again, this is something I'm really big on, and this is a reason why I have problems with certain companies' expectations.
Yeah.
So I told the client this, look, right now you need to repaint this wing. That's where you're at. If you can accept that you need to repaint this wing, I can't let you down. Because if I burn through the paint trying to
You're gonna repaint
solve
it
his
anyway.
issue, he's going to repaint it.
Mhm.
But if I fix it correctly, I'm the hero.
Yep.
So I luckily I was able to save the wing.
Mhm.
And the good and the bad part about this, the crazy part about this story is, so I saved the wing, polished the car, ceramic coat the car, deliver the car. A few days later, he gets behind a rock truck, and the rock truck just freaking
Peppers it.
destroys the front of this car. And he's like, "Look, man," he's like, "I think I'm just gonna have the whole car repainted." He's like, "Insurance is gonna pay for the front half. I'm just gonna pay to repaint the whole car, just get a whole paint job out of it." And there's this stuff called paint protection film, and I love the way you handle business. I love the way you handle my car. I really think you should get into this stuff. No one is doing it here. There's only a few people in the country doing it. I'd have to ship it to them. Why don't you do this?
And you have no idea what paint protection film is.
I heard of it. I heard of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is one of those things you heard of it. So I was like, you know what? Fuck it. So if you're willing to pay for it, I'm willing to learn. And
Mhm.
I'm going to be 100% honest. I didn't think it was going to happen. I've never messed with anything like that. Like, yes, I've wrapped a headliner in my Civic. Yes, I've wrapped some pillars in my Civic. I've dealt with like vinyl,
Little
what I'm
pieces,
saying?
just
stuff like
accessories.
that. And don't get me wrong, they didn't come out the best, around the corners and shit.
Yeah.
I wasn't a
Kind of like
seamstress.
that. You ordered online and wrap it yourself
Yes,
when you
yeah,
get
I
it.
wasn't a seamstress. You know what I'm saying? Like, it didn't look like it came out of Pimp My Ride. You know what I'm saying? So I was terrified. Like, I've got this guy he believes in me more than I believe in myself. You know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, whatever. So we ordered the film, and I knocked it out of this car is black, and like I knocked it out
Looking like a
of the park.
camo cheetah print thing back there.
So the other thing was, in the middle of the whole paint process, he got annoyed because I've already educated this guy. I've brought him up to speed on just detail and stuff. So like,
Question about that before you keep going. Do people get aggravated when you educate them, or do they appreciate it?
you get 50-50, man. It's
Okay.
sometimes people take offense to it.
David, education. How do people approach? How do people where we are take that?
We can say like 50-50, 70-30. Some people
Yeah.
are fan, but
Why do people not like to be educated around here?
I mean, this is gonna hit the nail on the head on the topic that we're gonna get on in a little bit. People mistake cockiness, arrogance for the wrong things. If I tell you I was the first person to import a ceramic coating and show you this amazing facility that I've built,
you're an asshole.
some people are going to say you're cocky. You think you're better than us. You think we're pieces of shit. You know, that's like Tom Brady. Tom Brady shows you whatever rings he's got. He's cocky. He's an asshole. You know, like, no, that guy worked for that.
Hey, I wonder if people think that about me when I got all them awards, David. That's why they don't talk to me.
It's sad, and that's one of the reasons I disappeared for so long. You know, you and David Fermani even said the other day to me, dude, you fell off the map on social media.
Yeah.
Yes.
2018 was the last post on everything.
Yep.
And I'd check and I'd be like, well, I guess B fell off the whole map. I said that Blacklist Kings thing started and he disappeared. I was like, I guess all he did was he spun a Mustang off the interstate or something. He's gone.
Something, man. But yeah, it sucks because you get, like y'all were saying, some people take education, you know what I mean? And I've learned it a lot with these contractors and this thing, like the guys with these floors, dude. Like, we went back and forth with the guys for the floors, and we're like, look, I told these guys straight at the gate, look, I'm a perfectionist. I am. But I get that sometimes things cannot be perfect. But I'm asking you to do your best job.
Yeah.
And then when screws are popping up in the floor, like shit, that dust, dirt, that they
But
didn't.
how does anybody without expectations get this? People without expectations can't get to this. What we're looking at right here.
What do you mean? Like, what type of expectation?
Your expectation of it needs to be done right so that we're not redoing it over and over again. Or I need to hire 10 people to get the job of one done. A person with that mentality that has these high expectations, I will say, I don't even think they're high. I think it's just, please do the job you're supposed to do. And it's supposed to look good. When you walk away, if it's not something you're proud of, then you shouldn't be producing it. So you have the same expectation I do of just do your job. If you set a standard and you meet it, then you will never have a problem. You'll always be busy. People will always be wanting to work with you. But it seems like only people with standards get to this level. And everybody gets angry and upset about it. And I think that's what's going on right now.
Do you think it's standards? I think it's your mentality. You know what I mean? Like, some people just look for excuses.
Yeah, but they don't have a standard set. If they don't set a standard of taking care of you, where I don't want you to call me with a question.
You're telling me you don't think some of these guys that are jealous have standards?
Exactly.
Really?
I'm sorry. That's how I feel. I could be wrong, and I'm an asshole. But I'm
not saying you're wrong or you're right. But I'm just looking at. I've never looked at it from the thing of standard. I've always thought it was their mentality.
When you wake up in the morning, do you tell yourself, I need to get this, and this done, and I just need to make sure it's done right? Let's say this shop is running at 100% right now. It's done. Somebody pulls that car in here. Y'all do a consultation. They say, here's a deposit. Get it done. When you pull that thing back there, you've already set an expectation and a standard of what needs to happen. Am I correct?
100%. 100%. Yeah.
So, because you don't want that person coming back with the car and complaining.
I'm not even thinking to that. I'm thinking more of like, this has my name on it.
And that's all you got.
That's it. Like, this is representing me. This is going to be at the Cars and Coffee event. This is going to be, people are going to look at it.
Well, no matter where it's at.
Right, exactly. But I'm just saying, it's going to be out there. It's out there, and it has my name on it. So, at the end of the day, yes, that's an expectation. That's.
And if the guys that did
standards.
The floors, if they would have came in here, got their game plan going, and just done it, you wouldn't have had to have all that conversation with them, because they would have met their standards.
Man,
which usually, if you set an expectation and a standard for yourself as a business owner, it always exceeds everybody else's, because you're the professional. You're the one that knows it.
Yeah, but see, that gets into, I think some of these guys are getting in over their head.
Yeah.
I think this flooring company got in over their head.
How long
they were doing things like they would come in and out of this door.
Wow.
While they're laying wet epoxy. They would leave these lights on while they're leaving epoxy. The lights attract bugs.
Yeah, and
you shouldn't even be doing it at night. Like, this should be done early in the morning. Like, I had to go buy them caution wet paint tape, because they wouldn't even tape off the areas. Like, they just, and like I said, they would open this door and come in and out. Like, and stuff's blowing in. Like, I don't even want that done I damn sure don't want that done while I'm doing clear bra.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I just heard of a story of some people finding out that towels were their issue with their paint protection film.
Absolutely. But yeah, no, that's it's so. And then the crazy thing is, when they messed up when the floors came out like shit, like, you know, we had that talk and it started turning into like an argument. I'm like, we're not here to argue. There's screws, there's dirt, there's trash in the floor. I don't want to hear, you know, and the windowsills are still dirty. And they're like, well, that's not in our contract. And I'm like, dude, do you think it's in my do you think when I do someone's clear bra, if I wash their car and then somehow it goes back outside or something happens, it gets dirty again, that I don't wash it again? Yes, I'm gonna wash it.
It's in your care.
Yes. That at the end of the day, that reflects on my job. So to me, that was more of like, they just don't give a shit, man. They just don't give a shit. So listen to the worst part about all of this. We tell them, look, how much will it cost you in materials to redo this floor? So they gave us the number. Give them the money. Redo the floors. This is
so wait. So you paid to fix their mess up?
Yes.
Was that just to save from an argument? You were just tired of it?
That was, I think they were in over their head.
Oh.
I think they were in over their head. I think they misquoted the job. I think they didn't realize that we were as picky. They're probably used to just slamming some epoxy down in somebody's
I think
place.
everybody in Louisiana is that way.
And no, these guys were from Texas, because everybody in Louisiana, we gave a chance and they couldn't do it. We're arguing, like, literally, like, dude, it's terrible.
If you epoxy a floor, this doesn't look like it's any different than epoxying a floor anywhere else.
No, but like, these floors were 100 years old of when men were men. Like, there's those cranes in the ceiling. Like, there was big items being dropped. Boom! Like, this concrete was beat up.
But wouldn't that be something to be prideful for if you've accomplished
that,
this?
Again, that's the way we approach and look at things. And me trying to explain that to these guys, you know, gets taken almost like things on the internet. Oh God, oh man, oh, you're being harsh. Oh, you're being too hard on me. No, I'm trying to help you.
Yeah.
I'm trying to help. We wouldn't be having this discussion.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be here. Like, yes, even if curse words are thrown and things like, you know, like, what the fuck is this on my fucking floor, dude? Like, how is this bug in here? Like, man, what do we have to do to prevent from this fucking bug being right? And that's how I would, it's almost like I was approaching it like with kids. Like, what do we have to do to not make this happen?
Yeah.
Like, what do we need to do to not make the,
but you shouldn't even have to do that.
We shouldn't.
Because that's what they should be thinking of, because they're the professionals at it.
Absolutely. And that's the thing that, like, I don't do epoxy floors, but I know damn
you just
sure,
know it's not right.
I know the baseboards need to be cleaned. You know, just dumb shit, dude. So it's and I don't know, man. Yeah. Yes.
It is, and that's and I tell David knows, and I mean, he sees it when we go to these other shops, and he helps people, showing them correction and stuff, and then he comes back to me and he's like, Tim, man, nobody's doing what we're doing.
No.
But I said, but that doesn't mean we don't keep doing what we're doing.
100%. Well, see, that's almost like the other. It's really with everybody that's going into this building. So the crazy thing is, when building this, I wanted to incorporate as many people as I can, because at the end of the day, people are going to want to know who did your floors, who did this artwork, who did this. And again, I'm not trying to sound cocky and, like, you know, it's been brought up to me, oh, that's just like the guy saying he's got 10 other cars for you. Yes, I know we all hate that. I know we hate that. I know we hate to hear, give me this because I'm going to bring you this. And because 99% of the time it doesn't happen. But look at this. Come look at this place. If you tell me that you don't think this is not me being arrogant. This is not me being cocky. This is just me being honest. People are going to come here that have money,
have questions,
and that definitely can afford to have these floors done in their garage.
Yeah.
Just like the artwork that's going to be here, just like the products we're going to use, just like.
Did you find somebody for the artwork?
So, I just
not to throw us off, but I mean, we've already thrown off, but I'm gonna get us.
Yes,
back.
But it's been a guy just quoted me $18,000 to paint a mural on that wall.
The whole wall.
Yes.
The guy was on the podcast, episode 16.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to give you his information. Look at his artwork.
Okay.
Tell me if you like his style.
So this is what I offered. And again, I looked at it like myself. A mural on that wall will be cool as shit. Will that mural bring me any money?
No.
It won't.
It'll be a talking piece. That's
It
about
will,
it.
100%. But that's not going to.
And they're going to want to know who did it.
Yes. So in the end, that is going to benefit
whoever does it.
Whoever does it
Yep.
more than it does me.
Yep.
So listen, I even sweetened the deal and said, look, you see this entire place? It's your art gallery. If I was an artist.
Jacoby Pace, did you hear this?
If I was an artist.
Jacoby Pace, have you heard this?
Like this, my ultimate goal would be to have an art gallery.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine this art gallery. Knowing that the people that are coming here.
Look at that. Not only cars as art.
Can afford.
But the art of what you've done to the car.
So, listen,
and the walls have art.
So
you got art everywhere.
But I've told these people, like, look, come put your art up. I don't even want, like most people want a commission or whatever. I don't even want that. Just come do me a dope art piece and do some dope art. And you can have 100% of
whatever you
sell,
get from
whatever you sell. I don't want anything from it because my benefit is that it looks cool as shit in my place. That's beneficial to me. I'm not trying to make money off of him.
Yeah.
I'm.
And you're gonna say this guy did it, and I don't know what's gonna happen after that, and you keep it.
Right. Exactly. Exactly. So and then this guy, and then listen, it gets even better. So the lifts around here, you'll see them all over the place. We have. I think 3 or 4 lifts, like serious lifts, like that can go taller than, up to over the top of this building lifts. And we own them. And then we own the big truck in the back that can load these lifts up and bring these lifts wherever. I even told the painter, the artist, I said, look, you see, because he says, I'm going to have to rent a lift. I said, no, you don't. I said, we own them. I said, as a matter of fact, I said, if you ever need a lift, I said,
we'll let you use it.
I'll come and jump in the truck. If you say, Brandon, I need a lift for a week because I'm doing this cool art piece on such and such. I said, I will load it up on the truck and bring it personally myself and make sure you have the lift.
You know what? I think people just don't like the fact that you're hyper.
And he goes, well, I mean, that's going to save me $8,000 just from your job. And I'm sitting here like, holy fucking shit, how much is this dude renting lifts for? But again, it's just one of those things that I offered this dude.
Yeah, because you just would like to have him.
And then he hits me with an $18,000. That is sheetrock. I'm not asking you to paint me a canvas that is a tangible item now for me.
Jacoby Pace. Paging Jacoby Pace.
Like, that sheet, I can't. Water could rain on there tomorrow, and my $18,000 art piece is
gone.
Ruined. Done.
And you get to spend another 18 grand.
But these guys will go out and paint graffiti, paint the side of a
free.
building. Yes.
I know.
Yes. I'm sitting
and
here
nobody knows who did it.
I'm sitting here telling you to put
and
it.
Nobody knows who did it.
Putting it in this place, and again, not to be arrogant, not to be cocky.
You ain't got to explain that.
I'm sure
if they don't fucking get it, they don't fucking get it.
That this place is going to get a lot of social media attention, a lot of love, a lot of people are going to come through here, a lot of things are going to be featured here. Like this, to me, this is where I would want my art.
Yeah.
This would be absolutely where I want my art. You know, it's like the first floor guy. Let me explain to you this. The first floor guy. This might strike a nerve. This first floor guy.
Whose nerves? Not mine.
Oh, it's going to strike somebody's nerve because they're going to take this the certain way, and it is what it is. The first floor guy.
Half the people in this area don't watch this anyway.
Listen, he backed out of coming to do our floors to do a guy rolling. I think it's Rolling Loud. There's a Rolling Loud. It's in Miami.
That nobody's going to see. Because it's a private residence.
The dude has like 1 million followers or something on Instagram, right? He's like one of the heads of Rolling Loud or whatever. Okay, but the dude has 1 million followers. Let me be honest, and I hate to break it to fucking everybody, but those 1 million followers
aren't spending money.
99% of those guys are not going to have the money to be able to afford to put these.
Old people with money, they're not even on social media.
No.
They don't care.
No. But they don't. All he saw was the 1 million followers. That's all he saw. 1 million followers. Oh my God, 1 million people. But dude, maybe 1% of those guys that see that are going to be able to do those floors. I can promise you, the higher percentage of people that come through here will be able to do these floors than on that guy's. Yes, I don't have a big following, and that's another one of the big things that appears to be the big thing. But just because you have a big following, that doesn't pay your bills.
Exactly.
That doesn't. Yes, you can make a good living off of YouTube. Yes, you can make a good living off of views. Yes, you can.
But they're not always giving you those views. Like, mind you, this channel's monetized, but I don't make that much money off of it.
Right.
It's sporadic. It's
right,
not continuous.
But
it can't keep the lights on and stuff like that.
Right. Well, I mean, I'm sure some of these guys are pulling some pretty big checks.
Well, maybe.
But still,
I don't have 1 million views yet, so.
I mean, it's again.
Come on, let's get there.
Again, just like anything else, it takes hard work.
Oh yeah,
it's going to take hard work, and I'm not taking anything away from the people that put in that hard work.
So you think that he wants that fame over?
He took the fame, and you know what? Again, good for him, because
Now, you know what a lot of people would also say?
All of his stuff is deleted now.
Well, hold up.
His page is gone.
Damn.
Gone. We can't even find him. Like, it's gone. So even that doing that for the fame that he did, because he 100%, he had us booked technically for Win the Storm. He had us booked the week of that the storm hit here.
Mm-hmm.
And he had to back out, which 100%. Like, he asked me, what's, and I was absolutely, the walls were missing. Like, no, you can't. No, absolutely not. So he rescheduled. And he even sent me a picture of his schedule. Like, so I saw everything that was on his schedule. And then for the open days, he planned to come here. And, great. And the next thing I know, I think he just ghosted. And then I see him doing this famous guy. And, of course, every 30 minutes with the famous guy. With the famous guy.
And people forget.
With the famous guy.
They just forget.
With the famous guy. And I'm like, dude, like, it's crazy because people...
They'll like it today, but tomorrow, how you keep this on?
Oh, 100%. 100%. And it just, that baffles me that people don't understand the value of themselves and putting themselves in front of the right people.
Long run. They're not thinking of the long run.
Yes.
This floor will be here way longer than the sharing of that one famous person he was with.
100%.
Because everybody's got ADHD. They don't remember shit very often. These floors, every time somebody walks in here, it's a talk.
I got most of my followers from Anthony Davis posting me. When I did Anthony Davis's car, his Hellcat, and built it, I got a lot of my followers from that. And I got 2,300 followers. Like, I don't have a big fucking following. Like, I'm nobody. But
damn, I'm nobody. I got 7,000.
But it's most of my followings came from him sharing me. And that didn't bring me business outside of the NBA. Like, that brought me quite a few players. Like, players from, overseas shipped their cars here.
Yeah, I remember I was there whenever you had one of the basketball players.
But, like, it didn't bring me business like you would think. You know what I'm saying? Like, you would think that someone like Anthony Davis sharing your stuff would just, we're packing out the doors.
Yeah.
Like,
well, let's get to them days. So, mobile detailing, you got to the shop.
Ceramic.
Well, you picked up paint protection film, everything like that. So that was that tent shop.
Yes.
I met you when you first got into the shop not too far from here.
Yes.
How did that go about?
So I was Express Auto Detailing. And the crazy thing is, and I kind of kicked myself for this, because when I named it Express,
there was nothing fast about it.
Yes. There was nothing fast about it. It was more like me expressing myself, like expressing like the passion for cars. That's what it was meant for.
So this needed to be Expressions,
man.
Auto detailing.
Maybe, man. But it was Express Auto Detailing, and I envisioned, now I'm doing ceramic, now I'm doing paint protection film, and I've got guys that it's continuously asking for more. Hey, Brandon, can you install a radio? Can you do this? Can you do that? Like, it was just more and more things, wanting to be done. Another thing that I did that was a big deal back then was switching out the head unit in that. Those are a certain, canvas system that is a pain in the ass to deal with. A lot of audio shops won't even deal with it, so I put that in that car, and I think I did probably 2 or 3 right after that, like back to back, like boom, 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 because back then there was no one willing to deal with that. So I was, doing more than the normal, so to say, one shop. So I was like, you know what? I need to build a place that caters to, more, doing more things. People open
it up.
Because again, most of these people, they don't want to deal with the hassle of, I got to bring my car over here to get this. I want to bring my car over there to get that. I want to bring my car to get this. So I'm like, if I can do this in one place, and there was John Clevin, which he had an amazing shop, Metropolitan Detail, and I want to say possibly Northwest Auto Salon, and that's
I look up to them. They
that's
haven't posted in years. Though.
really
2 years, 3 years, haven't posted anything. Go pull up the social media.
wow.
I used to follow them cats, and you can go there, and it's just like they're busy.
Wow.
Website's still up,
Yeah.
updates are there, but I'm like, their social media is crickets. I was like, man, damn, you so busy, you don't even need to keep up with your social
I mean,
media.
that's kind of like what happened with me. You know what I'm saying? But that doesn't mean we're not working. So
when you were doing it, were you worried about competition? Because you know
when
how
I was doing what?
So when you said, let me pick up everything, let me start, I'm doing the radios, I'm doing all this, let me get you're not mobile detailing, you're opening up a little bit. Were there a lot of people doing it? And
doing
were you worried about
what were they doing
what you were thinking of doing?
No, absolutely not. There was, I even think Northwest Auto Salon, I think they were just doing detailing. I think. I think they were only doing detailing at that point. I hate to, say that, but I want to say that they were only doing detailing, but they had the Auto Salon name. And I was like, you know what? Auto Salon sounds good. Yeah. Auto Salon sounds good. It's a place you go, your car gets pampered, everything gets taken care of. You don't have to worry about nothing. I'm like, that's a fucking good name. So that's when I went from Express, and I had a very good stellar reputation with Express Auto Detailing. So I just
easy to
changed it
transition.
Express Auto Salon. Boom, done. EAS. So I
was it as cutthroat industry? You had people that were following you, kind of jealous, worried about what you're gonna do.
Me and this guy.
I hate to ask that, but it's just something that happens. It comes. People see you doing something, and they come around, and they just don't want you to do it. Yep. But they're not doing it themselves.
Well,
so I just wonder, like, competition, do you think appears? Me and David, we talk about, like, guys in Alabama, they band together. Yes. 4 or 5 shops work together. They give each other work. And when you're growing, you need help. Yep. You need reliable people. There's people you want to work with. Brandon, I think ever since I've known you, that's what I always said I want to do in Lafayette. Get these detailers around. But I had to deal with BS. Old Byron Seeley. Shady motherfucker. All these other shady motherfuckers. So then you're stuck trying to do it yourself. Yep. And you just keep pushing. So I'm just wondering, does that happen here? Oh, did it happen when you transition? Because it's a big transition.
Oh, absolutely. I think so. When I was mobile, I had, a guy that was, I would say direct competition. Like his work was good. Like his work was really good. Like I would think that this guy was definitely, he was doing his craft. He was doing very well. I just didn't like the way he did some things and some of the shit he talked. You know what I'm saying? So that he kind of talked some shit.
Overselling and not performing.
No, I think he performed well. Like I straight up, like he did good work. He did good work. He did. It's.
So what, you felt kind of how some people feel about you?
No. So he. I can't remember the exact thing that happened, but I'll give you an example of one thing that happened, and this will let you make the assessment of the guy.
And I'm not doing it to stir shit. I'm just saying
no,
happens.
No, it happens.
Our industry is full of it.
But this guy, I tried to bury the hatchet with this guy. I tried to bury the hatchet. I was like, you know what, Brandon, let it go. Let it fucking go. Let the dumb shit that happen. So listen. So will you tell me?
Yeah.
So I messaged this guy and I said, hey, we're doing a Cars and Coffee because I meet myself and Mike Kelly and another guy that's got another shop now. Why can't I remember this thing? I should remember his name because he paid me to train him to detail. Like, so
really,
yeah, really talented guy. So, but anyway, we started Cars and Coffee New Orleans. This was 2011, 2012. This is way back. So I invite this cat.
I hear music
over there.
Oh, damn.
I invite this cat to the event that we were
bringing drinks.
We were, yeah, right.
I shouldn't have got a Starbucks.
That we were. We might go over there and get something. So I invite this cat to this event. Technically, one of our hosted events, and I did the same thing with your other buddy. Okay.
Which one?
The one that you said, me and him from here.
Oh.
Alex Luke.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Poor Alex.
So
he recovered.
I invite this guy. We get to the event. We're at the event, and I'm inside with a few of the guys, and they're drinking coffee. I don't drink coffee. They're drinking coffee.
I can tell. I offered that a couple
I probably
times.
got an orange juice and a muffin. Okay, blueberry muffin probably. I'm sitting down and I'm eating with these guys, and two of my clients walk up to me, and they say, "Brandon, you're not gonna believe this shit." And I'm like, "What?" And they're like, "Carlos just came up to us. They got my EAS sticker on the front of their windshield, just like that. You know, it's a white BMW, white sticker. He comes up to them and says, "Hey, I see Brandon's doing your car, and I've been detailing a long time too, and I'm really good at it. And why don't you bring your car to me? I'd love to do it." And they're like, "Are you serious?" Like, first of all, I invited you out to this event. I buried the
and now
hatchet
you're over here poaching
right in my face. And it's not even like you're poaching. Dude, if you went up to and you know what his response to me was? Because I fucking confronted him.
Yeah.
He says, "Are you afraid of a little friendly competition?" I said, oh.
But what kind of competition needs to come and steal it from under my nose?
So
There's no
listen,
competition
so
to
then
me.
Not too long after that, I see him post a picture on a matte black Aventador. He posted this picture. His phone is on the roof, and he's picking it up off of the roof of this matte black Aventador. And I'm like, what kind of detailer puts their phone on a matte black Aventador? And it's not even your car. That is a client's car.
You're a moron.
And like again, of course, he's pissed at me. You know, I'm the bad guy. Brandon's the asshole again. You know, oh my God, I didn't do anything.
I think that's what they don't like. Whenever you point out things that should be known not to do.
I mean, that's
people get mad at that.
Well, that's one of the major problems with this industry. I think, you know, everybody's
they can't take criticism.
They can't take anything. They cannot take. No one can take anything. They can't take it the right way. They can't take it the wrong way. You're a fucking asshole, no matter what. Like, and
were you that way though when you were coming up though?
Listen, I was the guy in school that stuck up for the kids that got beat the fuck up.
Mm-hmm.
That's who I was. I would say 9 out of 10 fights that I got in was
defending somebody
up for someone else.
Okay.
Yes, 100%. So it's.
So you're the people person.
I'm the person that I don't like a bully.
Bullshit.
I don't like somebody that's going to come and basically tell you to shut the fuck up. Like, shut the fuck up. You don't have a voice.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I'm sure you can relate to that in a way.
Oh, yes.
I know you can.
Oh, yes.
I know you can.
That's why David knows I'm the way I am.
I know. So it's, you know, and it's the same that, like, even that post that was made, it got shut down and told, "Stop the dick measuring contest. Shut up."
Wait.
It's shut down right now.
Which one? Oh, well, that's okay.
And you know, the bad thing, good and the bad thing about that is
there's not a lesson being learned if you shut it down.
No, not only that, I didn't come into that post and say, "F this guy, he's a piece of junk, yada yada yada, attack." I said, "Here's the conversation we had.
Mm-hmm.
Here it is. That's it. That's all that needed to be. The conversation needed to be learned of this is not how this is handled."
So what we're talking about, everybody, is as
we can come back to that, I guess.
I've stated, me and Brandon just reconnected after a few years of not seeing each other. He's doing big things, and you know, he made a post on a group. Facebook is full of the keyboard warriors and everything like that. And he made a post. He was just giving an example of a situation that he was put in and how he responded. And that's what we're talking about, y'all. Yeah, nobody can see it now because it's shut down. But
well, no, you can see it. They just locked it to where nobody else can comment.
Oh, nobody else can comment.
Yeah, so we can share that. But the thing is here too is, this is a behind-the-scenes things that none of these people know. None of these people even understand.
Well,
and they're just judging my character.
But I also saw the text before that happened.
That's what I was getting to.
And
I reached out to you.
Yeah.
I reached out to you
while it was happening,
and I reached out to other detailers that are in your same position. I reached out to other elite detailers I know.
Oh, but hold up, Brandon, I'm not elite.
Oh,
even though I cleaned up all of Acadiana. This is
okay.
what I don't like about Ceramic Pro is they only want to approach you guys because you got the flashiness. Yet I'm the one that cleaned up Acadiana.
100%.
I'm the only one with a 100% satisfaction rate with no warranty claims except for accidents that my insurance pays for.
Right.
Not Ceramic Pro. I offer a better warranty than Ceramic Pro because if somebody gets rear-ended, I recoat the whole car at no cost to the client.
Wow.
So, And David's a witness of how many we do.
Yes.
And them clients love it. And you
Oh,
know
I'm
what they
sure.
do?
I'm sure they do.
3 during the holidays got wrecked and 1 got stolen.
Oh.
I have 3 brand new vehicles
Wow.
to do because of the warranty.
Right.
So
Right.
Ceramic Pro doesn't understand what the smaller guys are doing.
No, they don't. They don't.
I'm not
They
silver spoon fed.
Right.
I'm not the fanciest motherfucker.
Right.
I'm loud,
Right.
but I know how to take care of my demographic.
100%. I think they need to pay attention more to that.
But they come
do.
to you,
Yeah.
and they came at you the wrong way.
100%. They came at me like
They came to you like they used to do in my area.
Oh, is that what?
Hey, would you like to install? Just pay $2,500 for this kit, and you can go ahead and install this coating all you want. And they go out there and fuck all the coatings up, and then people are like, I hate ceramic coatings. This is some garbage.
Exactly. Yeah. But they're a major. They're
Because
a major company.
those
they don't
people
give a shit. They don't
know
care.
what to do
They
or
don't-
how to apply a coating.
Yeah, but they don't care. They don't care if they don't care if the local area gets messed up. They don't care.
So I went on a tangent
care.
right there. I'm
They
sorry
don't care.
because I was upset.
But this is the thing that a lot of people don't see. They don't see that I tried to address that issue before making it a
Yeah.
public issue.
They never
I
should have done
tried
it
to
on
speak-
text.
I tried to speak with people. I tried to contact people. I tried to address that before posting it in a private. The best thing here is I didn't blast these people public.
Yeah.
I didn't even blast them
Well, you didn't even put
privately.
it on your business page. You could have
No.
done that where
No,
23,000 people could have seen it.
100%, but I didn't. I posted it in that group because this is the main thing I wanted out of that. This is what I wish to accomplish. I hope that some of the higher up at Ceramic Pro would have looked at that,
Let's go down the ladder and find out what happened.
evaluated that situation,
Yep.
and said, where was the translation loss in this? But instead, I got attacked by installers. I got told that I was arrogant and cocky.
Well,
Then the guy brings out the response of me, of
Mhm.
where I said about the dick measuring contest.
Mhm.
Well, you know me. I'm not going to come at you. I'm not just going to come out the gate like that. Let's keep this in order. That's like saying you punch me, I knock you out. When you wake up, you're like,
you attacked me.
bitch, why did you fucking knock? Exactly.
What do you expect me to do?
Exactly. So whenever he brought out,
People crazy when they get a response.
whenever he brought out, we made 22 millionaires. The inner Brandon wanted to be like, where?
Yeah.
Where? But I didn't, dude. I was like,
But where are those millionaires at? In California, where
Let me
the
tell you.
cost of living is high, probably, and they're charging $5,000 per car to ceramic coat.
okay, but listen to this. Because you generate someone $1 million in revenue doesn't make them a millionaire. First problem.
You are right.
Second problem with
Because
that.
after taxation, you're back to a 400,000 air.
Second problem with that is, where's my train of thought here? Let me see here.
Well, you're just upset because he's talking about how many millionaires he's gonna make.
Yeah, but the first one was because he was because
Just because you made a millionaire
the
doesn't.
second thing is Ceramic Pro is famous for what?
The lifestyle,
Marketing.
The-
So let me
the-
tell you
the
something.
fancy buildings.
Let
with
me
the
go ahead and educate
spot-free
everyone on something
shops.
real quick. If they had, again, I'm not being arrogant. I'm not being cocky. If they had a Ceramic Pro Elite installer running around, driving the cars
Mhm.
that
they advertise.
that I own.
Yeah.
Wouldn't they be on the front page of every Ceramic Pro brochure? Look at one of our millionaires. He bought his own McLaren. He bought a second McLaren.
But
he
do-
bought this.
But do
he
you
bought
know what
that.
they do?
What?
They go and they find a famous person.
Yes, that
use
has
their
nothing
car.
to do. That nothing to do with the company, and that's what I was trying to get across on the post.
In a way, that's
One-
a false advertising right there because the installer's not making the money. You just
No.
got
No.
somebody that makes
Yes.
millions off of
Yes.
racing
Yes,
and YouTube.
yes, and rented his car.
Yeah.
You paid him to borrow his car.
Yep.
You
Yep.
paid him.
Yep.
Here you have a guy that ceramic coated, detailed, and polished
His
cars
own McLaren.
to get to this.
Yeah.
Not the guy that raced to get to that. That should be your number one
Industry
marketing
made.
Yes. Yes. And the fact
I know.
that this is looked over is just absolutely wild.
But do you know why?
Wow.
Once again, what did we say
Wow.
earlier? They want the social media fame. That's what gets it. They'll do whatever it takes to get a social media like and a share and everything like that. But the story's not there to back up this lifestyle.
Again, you would think, and even in the detailing industry, I would much rather see and understand
Who you can relate to?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. They don't even get that. Like, even the guys and girls that were commenting on that, they were all using the picture of that 720 as their banner.
Mm-hmm.
That has no relevance other than your company paid for that to put Ceramic Pro on there and to take that picture. But you're not supportive of let my company support a guy that did this, that came from nothing, that made it in this dirt.
Do you know?
And produced from the dirt.
Okay, so we lost touch. I had a Porsche Cayenne.
Okay.
Best vehicle I've ever owned.
That's wild.
It was wrapped in Ceramic Pro. Do you know how many times anybody said anything about it from Ceramic Pro?
Probably.
I'm a rolling billboard with Ceramic Pro, but y'all are sharing these cars.
100%.
I'm an installer.
Right.
In a low-income area.
Right.
I'm not a millionaire.
Right.
Yeah, my house is paid off.
Right.
You know, I don't make a whole lot. I think when I did my taxes, I made $12,000.
It was the fluff. The fluff sounds better.
I did that myself.
Yes.
So I can relate to what you're saying, how
yes.
you should have the homegrown detailer that wants to represent you. You need to deal more with them.
Well, the thing was, like, you know,
and the Porsche is wrecked. It's totaled.
Right.
And it's on my banner.
Right.
For the business.
Right.
But how many times has anybody said, "Man, Tim, way to go, man.
Yes.
You're killing it in Acadiana.
And
you cleaned up our area.
You're representing us.
Yeah.
You're representing us. Yes. Yeah, no, because
and Ceramic Pro to you, if you're listening or watching, I got your shirt on because I still rep the brand.
Right.
I still install the product because it works for me and my business and my clients.
Right.
But the ways that the business is handled internally is a problem.
And that was my thing that I was saying. I had some issues that wanted to be addressed. And again, like, that should be something you want to hear. You should want someone that is willing to give you feedback.
That's how you get better.
But the thing is, I'm nobody. You know what I'm saying? I don't have the following that they want. They don't know who I am.
Wait a minute. But do you need the following if you built this?
But that is
we know this, but I get frustrated with it.
That is the lost in translation. They'd rather say we made 22 millionaires than to have proof.
Yeah.
Than to have the proof. Like, here it is. Here it is. You know, we got 22 millionaires. I would love for them to point the one out.
And who were you on the who were you just showing me earlier? Who just called you earlier?
Oh, so that was a client was on Jay Leno. He has a one-of-one Ferrari, and he called me to refer me to.
Can you say his name?
Very dear friends, Franco Valabra.
And what does he do?
He owns some antique and jewelry stores.
Okay, so he's a big deal, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, do the real big dicks need to advertise? Do they need social media?
What big
I'm just talking about. So first of all, you deal with some big people.
Yes.
I
deal with some. Deal with some of the largest people in this state. Yes.
That's what I'm saying.
Yes.
For you to have gone silent for 2 or 3 years on social media, and then all of a sudden, bloop, pop this up.
Yeah.
Does that say enough?
I mean, I thought it would. I thought, and this is why I did the social media.
Am I too logical about things, David?
I did the silent treatment for multiple reasons. One, I get annoyed with I guess the way. So one of the reasons I went silent, I'll give you the reason of one that I went silent, and I don't know if I named the guy's name.
I thought it was because of that sticker on that windshield. Blacklist Kings.
No,
I joke about that all the time, but I think
that was because
I thought you were wilding out.
I felt as though underneath that I could just do whatever. That separates my business because at the end of the day, I didn't have the childhood, so so you
wilded out.
So in a sense, I can get in that car and do 180 on the interstate.
Yeah.
And I've been to jail a few times doing it. So
I can imagine.
So I could do that and not affect my business because next thing you know, oh my God, you see the guy EAS, he just went to jail for doing 120 miles an hour over the speed limit in Bristol, Virginia, and spent 10 days in jail. Like, oh my God, terrible him. Oh, not it was 2 a.m. There was nobody out on the road. Like, it was by myself. Like, I didn't run from the police, pulled over. Like, the logical
context.
Things. Yeah. So anyway, when I ordered a C7 Corvette. Before they came out.
Did I see that one? I think I saw that.
Probably white
Yeah.
So I ordered that car before it came out. That was actually the first brand new car that I ever ordered. You know,
Even not this one?
that
Somebody had that one before you?
listen to me. That was the first brand new car that I ever ordered.
Okay.
This is 2013.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
So I ordered this car. This one was brand new. Yes, picked up at the dealer, drove out of the dealer. Yes, 100%. So, but the C7 was the first one. So I got this car. I was doing a few C-Quartz jobs, and I was catching a little bit of traction on the C7 Stingray forums for doing these ceramic coatings on these cars. A guy with somewhere between 7,000 to 10,000 posts on the Stingray forums post, hey, I'm thinking about having my car done with C-Quartz, but I don't have an installer close to me. Any recommendations?
Yep.
So I chime in, and I'm like, hey, look, I'm in New Orleans. It's 4 or 6 hours away. I'd be willing to travel to you, and I'll do it at the same exact price I will do in my facility.
Yep.
And the best thing about this is I want to say that this was on the tail end of one of the overspray jobs.
So you're burnt out.
No, I wasn't burnt out. I just reeled in so much money. I didn't need this fucking
You didn't even
job.
have to.
I did not by any means need this job. Like that was the inside joke of the whole thing. So I was willing, because this is what I thought. Again, you got to think ceramics are just now taking off. Like C-Quartz is building their brand. They're signing on these installers. Right? Yes.
Okay.
Signing on the installers, like, you know, shit's on the uprise, right? So I tell this guy I'm willing to come to him and do it for the same exact price that I'll do it at my shop, and I'll travel. I figured, you know what? I could take a break, dude. I just did the overspray job. I need a break. I just need to change the scenery, you know? I figured I was going to load what I could in the C7, dude, and take a nice little drive. That's the way I felt about it, dude. Go spend the weekend at this dude's house, do it in his garage, and roll out, right?
Make a new client.
Yes.
Yep.
Right. Well, not only that, I was thinking exposure. Because, yes.
You went out of your way.
He's going to go and post this on the forums, and it's going to help everyone. It's not going to help just me. If anything, it's going to benefit more people than it would me.
If he's happy, C-Quartz gets
this Michael
accolades.
Cunningham, I'm going to say it. This Michael Cunningham guy goes on there. He is a C-Quartz authorized installer and says, you don't need to C-Quartz your car. Why don't you just wax it yourself? So I get on the phone with Corey, and I'm immediately like, what the fuck? I'm like, this isn't...
We're trying to build a reputation, and he just fucking put a hole at the bottom of the boat.
But we didn't sell this guy. Like, it wasn't like we went on
He
there and
wants
said,
it.
Yes, he asked for it by name. By name, he asked for this stuff. Yes. And then, so this turned into a pissing match between me and Michael Cunningham. And Michael Cunningham's, you're just mad because you didn't get the money. First of all,
who were you to even say anything after you answered?
Like,
you leave a person alone. If they stopped right there, crickets were done.
At the end of the day, who cares? Who cares if I didn't have a nickel to rub together? Who cares? Who cares? Who cares? Like, that was for the brand. And it got into a whole thing back and forth between me, Corey, and Michael. And we were going back and forth, and I finally said, you know what? Fuck this. Fuck social media. Fuck this. There you go. I'm not going to sit here and argue with incompetence. Like, this is just pure ignorance, dude. Like, I am trying to help the brand here.
What was wrong with Corey? Why Corey didn't say, hey, look, I need to get you in line, buddy, because this is my brand.
Again, I will never.
You can't answer it.
I will never be able to. And that was the baffling thing of me. Like, that just baffled the piss out of me.
What year was that?
2014.
2014.
So, like, I at that point, I was kind of like, So I would post things, but it wasn't like I wasn't involved. Like, you know, before we were Auto Geek, I was on the C7 forums. I was paying to be on the C7 forums as a sponsor. Like, you know, I was kind of being involved in trying to push these things. And at that point, I was like, why? Because this tablecloth right here is a perfect example. I spent over $30,000 getting these made, getting riggers set up, getting promotional things made. I took 2 brand new hoods, had them custom painted with EAS, faded in them, bought a huge spot at the World of Wheels in the Superdome.
Pooh. That's a major deal.
Got Mr. Montleon's F12, which was one of the first in the country at the time. Got a McLaren, put these 2 cars in the booth. I went all out. I was polishing hoods. I was on the news. Like, we made a video about it on our YouTube channel. You can go see it. Like, I was even giving live demonstrations. Like, I had guys with cars that were like, can you do that to mine right here? And I would polish this car out right there on the spot and show them, you know, the difference. I was marketing Expel. I pitched this. So I spent money to create my competition is what I did. Because next thing I know, Expel had 10, 5, whatever installers. Now you go here, they got tons of installers here. You know, at that time, Expel had a few across the map. And I'm not saying that I put Expel on the map. I'm not saying that everyone bought Expel because of Brandon. But I can promise you this. 99% of the shops here bought Expel because of Brandon. And then, next thing I know, I had the typical undercutting, whatever, wasn't buying enough film. They took me off the dealer map. So, you know what? I'll go with another film.
Okay, peace out.
Yes.
That's what happened.
Yes.
Shit. Well,
but that is why I went as silent as I did on, like, with detailing. Like
that's what I was wondering.
Entertaining detailers, talking to guys. You know, I was like, fuck this. I'm not going to argue or stress or go out of my way, because I felt that I was going out of my way to cater to a guy for the greater good of the community. Because whenever, one of the reasons I chose C-Quartz was because whenever I was talking to Avi overseas, there was this whole hoopla, dude. Like, I wish I still had the original contract, because it was insane. Like, this was like, you must have this, you must have this, you must do this, you must do that, you must have this. Like, it was some serious.
As if you were in a science lab or something, and you had to check off all the little checks.
Yes, like it was this thing of, like, basically they were handing you plutonium. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this was, but the thing was, that's what I wanted. I wanted to be a part of that. You know, the Paul Dalton.
Quality control.
Yes, the Paul, you know, watching Paul Dalton with these amazing, you know, how in-depth and how serious. And I was like, holy shit, I want to be a part of something
that
like
makes sure something doesn't get soured.
I want a camaraderie. I want to build a team. And this is the things I was telling Corey in the beginning, man. Let's do training. Let's have all these guys. Let's meet them. You need to meet these guys. You need, you know, because that's the other thing. Most of these guys, if they see some of the way I talk or the way I come out on the internet.
Which guys?
I mean, even Car Pro installers, you know, these guys will see the way I come across on social media, and they take it a completely different way. You can obviously tell they've never met me or never had a real conversation with me, because they just assume I'm this arrogant asshole.
Yeah.
Like, and it's the context over, because I'm going to say it like it is. I'm going to tell it like it is. And can you be mad at me? You should appreciate that I'm going to tell it like it is. You should appreciate that I'm going to tell this guy, dude, your product's shit.
Yeah.
Your product is shit, because, again, people will look at that. Oh, what do you think?
You're jealous.
No. Go back and improve on that. And this comes to your friend, Alex. He was at a car event. That was ours. Did the same thing that the other one did. But I even heard him saying with his own mouth that, look, I can't get all the swirl marks out. I haven't reached that level yet. And you know what? I applaud that dude for telling that client that. Honestly. Because that is honesty. I completely applaud that. But the way he went about it at the event, doing it to my clients, that was unprofessional. You know what I'm saying? But the honesty he had, and the crazy part is him soliciting and being cheaper than I was without the skill set that I had at the time. You know what I'm saying? To me, that was a low blow.
Well, you don't walk in another man's area and try to take off his table, is how I've always felt.
Right.
I don't care what's going on.
Right.
Even if that guy is feeding people shit.
Yeah.
Leave that man at his table alone.
Yeah.
I've always felt that way.
Right.
So I understand.
Yeah.
I understand. And I'm not saying you were feeding people shit, but it's just the whole fact
Well,
you're working hard to...
The good and the bad, the funny part about that is people believe that I was feeding people shit with a ceramic coating.
Well, they didn't know anything about it. That's why.
No, it was snake oil.
Yeah.
It was snake oil. I had a detailer here that he was probably one of the oldest detailers in the city, Buford. I've been detailing cars all my life.
Technology changes. They weren't always a computer, was there?
He literally,
boy, that mad magician in that box.
He was laughing at me. I was the laughing stock. You know what I'm saying, of the internet. You know, look at this idiot with his snake oil. You know, and now everybody's got the snake oil.
Yep.
You know, and it's just crazy how that comes around. And some people, you know, think that I probably should have capitalized more off of the ceramic coatings, or maybe I should have had my own company, or maybe this. But at the time, the overspray job was consuming my time, and I was making more money than anything else. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? When you're making salaries in a day.
Yep.
Yeah, no, I wasn't.
You're not walking away from that.
I wasn't chasing
ceramic coating job.
To open up my and honestly, I thought C-Quartz was going to go in a right direction. You know, Corey is an amazing guy. You know, I don't know if you know Corey's history. Do you know?
I don't know Corey's history.
So listen, Corey.
I just know of Corey.
Yes.
And I know how he handles certain things. It's not bad, but it's not the best. But he's kind of I think he needs to work behind the scenes on things, because I don't think he deals with
like behind the scenes is what? Like, how would you say
as
that?
just far as just running stuff in the back. Okay. Don't try to be the face of everything. Okay. I don't think he can handle being the face.
Is he trying to be the face of things?
Well, I mean, he's the main person for C-Quartz.
You know, the funny thing is, I just had a conversation, and David Fermani, he said the same thing. Corey's one guy. He's one guy. And you know what? I get it, but you got to understand Corey's past, too. So Corey worked just a regular 9 to 5. Like, he was, I don't know what he was doing. IT, selling insurance, I don't know, but he worked a regular 9 to 5, you know? But Corey was the guy on the detailing forums, you know, AutoGeek.net, Autopia. This dude was passionate. He was dedicated, man. He was the guy that would get 6 different tire shines, tape his tire up into 6 different sections.
He's doing what Scott does in Texas.
Put the tire shine on every car, and then drive it for a week and
to see what really worked,
and then give you a freaking full-on documented
dissertation.
Yes, dude. Yes. So that's who Corey was. So whenever I contacted Avi, and he told me, oh, you know, our distributor, U.S. distributor, is going to be, you know, Corey Caruth. You might know him. And I was like, yeah, I know him. Yes. So then me and Corey connected. And, you know, Corey's like, you know, holy shit, like, this is cool as hell. You know, I'm working on getting opened up to be the U.S. distributor for it. So I got the bottle of coating before Corey was set up to be the American distributor.
Just crazy.
Yes, that's insane. And you tell people this story, and they don't even believe it, because I haven't been.
You're just bragging.
Yeah, I haven't been.
Brandon's bragging again.
Saying, hey, and the reason I went with CarPro was because of all those restrictions, and that it was a 2-year coating,
and they weren't handing out. What is it? What I always tell people, you're promising the moon and stars, and you ain't even got a rocket ship.
Yeah, but it's not even that. Let me tell you the way I looked at it.
That is the way that it is.
10-year or lifetime. It had a lifetime. It had a lifetime warranty. Let's get on that. Opti, the only choice at the time was Opti. Okay, Opti offered a lifetime coating. I know nothing on the car is lasting for life, and I know what's going to happen. No. Everybody's going to throw their hands up and be like,
No.
Yeah, but if you read the fine, if you come back every 6 months, but
a rep of a company that says lifetime coating, it's not even lifetime coating. It's lifetime warranty, which means some stipulations that are in fine print that usually get excluded out because they blame it on the installer, and the warranty is void.
And let me tell you where the flaw in that is, and I'm going to be the whistleblower on that. Okay? And you know what? I can be hated for this, but I should be respected for it, because I am coming to the table standing up for the industry. I'm standing up for the little guys. I'm standing up. I'm trying to be the voice. Though I am no one. I am no one.
Of course
not. But let me tell you something. The shit of but, there should be no but. Let me tell you something. These guys that bring us these cars, they're not worried about the fucking but. They're putting it in our hands to deal with it. There should be no buts. You know what? I own 77 Bugattis, but I haven't bought them yet. Like, there can be a but in everything. There just shouldn't be a but. There is a 2 or 3 year coating, and that's it. And let me tell you why I believe in that to my core. One, if you're a manufacturer, that is going to generate you more revenue. Let's be, again, I'm going to come at you, and I'm going to come at the facts. That is going to make you more money. 2, let's be fucking realistic. The coating will get scratched up in 2 years. It will. So it's not like, oh, he's just trying to make more money. He's just trying to generate. I'm being realistic here, y'all. It's going to get scratched up in 2 years. If that client comes in here and you tell him, sell him a 2-year coating, say, Mr. Jim, go enjoy your fucking car. That's at the end of the day. As detailers, that is what we're here for. We are here to take that stress of having to worry about the bug chip on the front, the rock chip on the front, this, the that. And that's where I've gotten into the niche of what I'm doing of more of everything, because I want that guy to bring his car, drop his shit off, and know that if there's a ding on it to be taken care of, if there's a rim that's curved, it's going to be taken care of. If it's not running right, it's going to be taken care of, and it's going to be taken care of from a detailer's aspect. So I'm a detailer that has turned into taking care of everything, even modifying the engine. You can't get more perfect than that. You can't. I'm not a mechanic I'm a detailer that's turning into the mechanic. That's turning into those things. But these guys need a 2-year coating. Send them, and they'll come back to you. They will come back. They will come back. You were telling them, Mr. Jim, go enjoy that car. Go beat it up for 2 years. I'll see you in 2 years. Why there's a coating? Let me tell you why. Because everyone wants to be the center of attention. Oh, we got a better, longer, stronger, harder. Like, no, y'all. Let's be realistic. Let's set realistic expectations. Let's not cookie cut shit. Let's keep it.
So
where
you
it
tell
is.
me,
Yes,
how my approach is with how you feel about the industry. So I started with OptiCoat.
right.
I know what OptiCoat can and cannot do. I did IGL as well. I know what it can and cannot do. I didn't get my hands on C-Quartz because the industry was locked because certain people were already there. I did G-Technic. I know what it can and can't do. 22 PLE, I know what it can and cannot do.
Is that still around?
It is.
PLE?
They have a new formula too.
Oh, okay.
I never could touch Modesta because Andrew Carter has all of Louisiana.
Oh, that's funny.
That's
interesting.
And then I picked up ceramic. So I did 3 at one time, and then I did Ceramic Pro, started in 2016. Did not understand the system. Why am I multi-layering something, and why do I need to actually do an annual inspection that basically puts the top coat back on? But Ceramic Pro says you don't have to put the top coat back on. But let me tell you my process and how I approach the coatings after knowing everything about them. Will they last a lifetime? No, they won't. Do they need maintenance? Yes, they do. But the reason why I stick with Ceramic Pro is because that system works the best out of all of them.
The maintenance system works the best?
When you maintain it.
Okay.
So a client comes to me, we have like a 45-minute discussion before you even book your appointment.
Okay.
I tell them the expectations of the coating, what it can and cannot do. There's a TV that has all the information on it. That's David. And then I tell them, we'll talk about warranties. When you hear lifetime, 2-year, 5-year, that's warranty. But before Ceramic Pro does anything, I warranty my work because that's how confident I am in what I do.
Yes.
I can guarantee.
Because you've done the research.
Exactly. I've dug into it. What's my background, Brandon?
Yes.
Probably don't know.
Right.
Drilling systems engineer. I don't even have an engineering degree, but I built drill ships overseas. I'm very detailed oriented. So that's why this industry is perfect for me, because I can dig into it.
Right.
Now, ceramic coating, after all these years learning about it, they're not going to last forever.
Right.
They're not going to last a lifetime.
Right.
But I promise you, if you keep that top coat on there that keeps things slick, keeps things from sticking on it, it only lasts 16 months in this environment. If you put that back on and Ceramic Pro requires you to do an annual inspection to renew the Carfax and the warranty, that is not really worth shit because they blame the installer for everything when it fails.
Exactly. Yes.
That's okay. My business insurance takes care of warranty and I can get paid when I have to do something.
But to me, you shouldn't be have to filing.
You shouldn't. But out of all of them, this coating works best in my demographic, the cars.
Got it.
If they do the annual inspection, I've got vehicles on it going 6 years now. 6 years.
Yeah.
And they're performing.
Yeah.
And the proof is video.
Yeah, but the way I see it is you're re-ceramic coating these cars.
You're not putting the base coat on. You're not putting the base coat.
If you're adding...
You're putting SiO2 on there.
Product to a car. To me, you're adding product. Like, you might as well be starting... Like, you're adding product. Like, I don't believe in that re-adding product. Like, I don't...
But you can't get the technology's not come to a point where you apply it once and it stays there forever.
No, it shouldn't be. It shouldn't be. This it's a sacrificial coating.
Yeah.
That was its...
It takes the abuse.
That was its main purpose.
Yeah.
So why would
protect
you
your
take
OEM clear
a
coat.
Sacrificial coating and say that it's non-sacrificial? It's a lifetime.
Well, that's where they fuck up.
To me, that this is what...
But I don't tell them it's going to last a lifetime.
This is what killed your credibility as a company.
Yeah. Well, but
if I was sitting here telling you and I said, Tim, I'm going to let you know, dude, I'm going to break this news to you now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a fucking color expert. I don't know if you knew this or not, but I'm a fucking color expert, okay?
He's going to tell me it's purple, but it's blue.
It's actually pink, okay? Now, the sad thing about this is something obvious. This is obvious.
Mm-hmm.
But someone to be crafty and understand and educated in their field to know that something on a vehicle is not going to last a lifetime, and you have a company coming to you out the gate saying, we're going to sell you something a lifetime. But
what does a con artist do?
But I didn't call them a con artist. I did not.
What does a
them,
con artist do?
I didn't call them that. But, and again, this gets to my point of why I didn't believe in Ceramic Pro and why I did not believe in Optimum, because they can. And I don't want to hear the but. I don't want to hear the but. You shouldn't have to tell someone the but. We all know the fine print is bullshit. Let's be honest. None of these people are reading the bullshit. If we're just selling these people to con them, that's fucked up.
Yeah.
That's fucked up.
But here's your catch, though, for the company. That's why they have to have the annual inspection.
And that's horseshit. That's horseshit.
Because that's the maintenance of the vehicle. But hold on. Horseshit. Would you rather somebody say that you do need to bring the vehicle back to us, or would you rather the company that just says, yep, you rip and run, do whatever the fuck you want, and it'll last forever?
No.
Because that's what every other coating company does.
But this is the way it should be. Why not wax the fucking car? If I need to see you, if I need to see you every few months,
let's ask that man right there.
Wax the car.
He does mobile detailing.
Yeah.
So he sees these cars every day, even the ones that are coated or not.
Mm-hmm.
What works better, David, in your opinion? You don't have to be afraid to say it. Would you say a ceramic coated vehicle is better than waxing it every 2 weeks? Or would you say it's more beneficial to wax the car every 2 weeks? Because that's the purpose of the coating, is to stop you from waxing and doing all this friction and this rubbing on the surface.
Even out the gate, they told you never. Ceramic Pro's thing was never wash your car again.
No, never wax again. Don't wax or seal again.
No. There was things where they were saying you don't ever have to wash your car again. Like
okay,
no soap. Like
that must have been 2013. I wasn't even on that.
These guys were blowing some crazy. Dude, when it
was that Byron Sealy? Because boy, he used to. Because I don't know how many vehicles I fixed.
I don't know, but they were blowing some bullshit. I mean, it's the same as we all saw the lighter smacking the car and the fucking goddamn cart hitting the car.
Yeah.
And at one time,
I was guilty because I tested and did the shit too, and I was like, well, I'll be damned. I'm falling for the gimmicks. No. But when was this, Brandon? This was 2015.
But that's terrible. That is terrible that you're.
But I had to do it to get an understanding.
Yeah, but you as a manufacturer are technically steering our industry.
But that's when their marketing doesn't talk to their R&D. Because your research and development knows what it's supposed to do and what it can do. And when it gets into the sales team, all they care about is a bag, and they're going to do whatever it takes. They got magic tricks that they do. They got all this stuff, just like that little plastic thing that they're scruffing the thing up.
Yeah.
That is a soft nylon pin.
Mm-hmm.
If you can rub that on your face and it'll come apart while you're doing it, and you won't fuck your face up.
Wow.
It's a trick pin.
But again, this is
marketing tactics. I didn't like that about
this.
Them.
Is what we as detailers
fall for.
Have allowed. We've allowed this. We've allowed this. No. We've allowed these guys to become the biggest company in the ceramic world.
But they don't expect. That's true.
And this is the best
thing.
They fall
for it.
This is the best thing. Whenever I got C-Quartz, I was deep in research. Like I was deep. I found Ceramic Pro before it was Ceramic Pro. It was
probably when Arash was out there.
It was a bottle that was named nothing. Like it was on Alibaba.
Nano Kotex, I think it's Nano Kotex.
Nano
Shine.
Who telling what it
Nano
is?
Shine.
But it was
Parent
Ceramic
company.
Pro. When Ceramic Pro first came out, they literally used the kit. They did not change. Like they didn't even change it from Alibaba. Like it was a direct, here it is into the market.
Mm-hmm.
And they came out right out the gate. And so soon as I saw that, I was like, they didn't even do any research. But don't get me wrong. There's nothing wrong with allowing another company to do what they do best and selling their product. Get that. But to come out the gate as a fresh new company, don't get me wrong. Again, the owner of Ceramic Pro, I don't know his background. He might have been a fucking magician. You know, I don't know. But to come out and say,
well, that's Dimitri,
lifetime, right out the gate, you lost me.
Yeah.
You lost me. I mean, it's like me telling you that this is pink, and now I'm going to educate you on colors. At first, right out the gate, you're going to be like, what?
Mm-hmm.
What? But these people fall for it, and now the little minions running around everywhere
defending it.
I know. Like it's
How do you think I feel as a person that is part of Ceramic Pro that has to actually defend the facts over what the sales team does?
What facts are you defending?
That it is better than wax. That it does perform.
And
you do need to do your annual inspection.
That's where it gets me. That's the main place that it gets me. That in the false gimmick, the false act, and these are the conversations that I wanted to have with Ceramic Pro.
Yeah,
I wanted to have these realistic discussions.
But I'm telling you, as a person with experience of it, out of all of them that I've had my hands on that I could do, they are better than all the rest of them.
Look.
When you take care of them.
Yes, but why not just do a 2-year coating that works great and let it go?
I can't do that for Ceramic Pro.
I can't.
I can't change their whole sales pitch.
But that's what I'm trying to get at here. And these are things that I wanted to discuss with this company. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I wanted.
You can still do it.
I wanted to try and, again.
I think you got the wrong person.
I get I have the wrong person, but this is what I was getting at, because everything in my core was against Ceramic Pro. I'm going to be 1,000. And me and you have had this discussion over years. I joke about it all the fucking time, dude. Like, to my core, like, I don't like it because, but let me be honest with you. I feel as though we all make mistakes. Everyone does. And I'm not sitting here saying I'm perfect. You know what I'm saying? I make mistakes. But I was hopeful that I could speak to Ceramic Pro, because let me tell you something.
Get somebody's attention.
And maybe see if the company's interested in listening.
Yeah.
Because, and again, as they looked at it, and
we went the rabbit hole had layers.
Yeah.
And we didn't even get to the tunnels that I needed to get to, Brandon.
We'll get
but
there.
We went all the way to the end of the tunnel.
No, we're not at the end. We're not at the end, because you can always move this around.
And I have a question. What do you think about the 7-year, 10-year?
I don't believe in any of them.
God.
I don't believe in anything past
So
3.
David's fighting this with mobile detailing.
Are you guys crazy? Do you think it's gonna last more than past 2 years?
It's not. It's
What's
not.
going on with people? But people selling in Texas for a car, $2,000, $3,000, selling that, this is gonna be a 10-year coating.
Oh.
Yeah, they're doing it. And these are coating companies that are popping up like
new coating
they're
companies.
like mushrooms in a cow pasture, and they don't have the proof that it'll last a year.
No. I mean, most of the guys haven't even been in this industry, and that's the funny thing. Some of these guys that I see commenting on this stuff online, like I look on their profile, and they've been detailing for 2 years.
Well, I want to rewind. Let's go. We're gonna rewind. We
Well, wait. Let me finish. Let me touch on this one point while we're still here.
He's like, God damn.
No. Listen, because I think hopefully this can shed a lot of light, and hopefully maybe this can be the point of where I was trying to go with Ceramic Pro, or a company in general. So I'm not even sure what I wanted from a company, or what I expected or wanted from Ceramic Pro. I was just going into it with a clean slate. I was wiping the slate clean. I wanted to go into it before.
Let's try.
Before I caught the I made 22 fucking millionaires. Okay.
And I know that's what triggered you.
Right.
I know that's what triggered you. When he
Right.
sends me that, I was like, oh, that's where things went wrong.
That's where things went south.
Brandon got turned into fucking.
You're gonna get it. So anyway, I don't even know what I wanted from a company. I know this. I know that I have not focused on the social media. I have not focused on that end of things. I know I'm not Insta famous. I know I'm not ammo. I know you know what I'm saying? I know I'm not these guys.
But you'll be surprised that those guys probably should not be out there
being
the face of the industry.
I get it, but
when you're bought out by a manufacturer to peddle their bullshit.
And that's so listen, so you're gonna love where I'm going with this, because that is the point. Hats off to those guys. Those guys put in the work. They do work. They did work. They got to where they're at, whatever, okay? But I plan to focus on business, learning, things like that, building my business. As you can see, here's the proof.
Yeah.
Okay? Far more of those guys got famous off of YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
How many guys not arrogant, not bragging, how many guys built a shop like you're sitting in right now?
Yeah. That's not paid for by a manufacturer or partnered with a manufacturer. Because some of those guys,
Is there
you've made your point. Yes.
Is there a facility that someone else has paid for? Has Rupes paid for a facility of this caliber?
Well, they've got some
Even with the
detailers that are spokes reps,
Uh-huh.
and they don't have fancy stuff like this.
Yes.
They're not on this scale
Yes.
to do everything that
But
you're
that's-
branching out to do.
Yes.
But they wouldn't have been where they are if they weren't backed
I get
by
it. I
a
get it.
paycheck
I get it.
from a company.
Get it 100%. So you.
And I'm not jealous of them, but
Oh,
it's
no,
just
no,
like,
no,
don't
no,
say
100%
that
good
this
for
is
them.
don't say this is the
100%.
best
Yes.
when you don't know what the best
Right.
is.
Right.
Because you got a paycheck in your account from the
Right.
manufacturer that
And-
says you better say we're the best.
And that's where I was getting at.
Ceramic Pro doesn't do that to me either.
I didn't want to sell my soul to a company for money.
Yeah.
I did not want to sell what I
Well,
believe
you don't
in,
need it.
And that's, don't be cocky. So
Fucking shit.
I'm just saying that's the
I
way
got
they're gonna
told
take,
I kicked
that's-
somebody out the
that's
building.
the
This
way-
one telling me don't be.
That's the way they're going to take that comment. If
Yeah,
I was
I
to
know.
say I don't need that.
Well,
like,
it happened.
Like, oh my God.
Well,
he's-
it happened.
So,
it happened.
So I didn't want to sell my soul because I felt some type of way whenever I saw Paul Dalton jumping from this company to that company. I was like, fuck, man, this dude's fucking 3M. We all know 3M's not fucking really good shit,
They paid more.
but they paid.
Mm-hmm.
And in a way, that kind of
We got another one. B.
that's actually, yeah,
That's the owner of this one.
that's the owner of Porsche.
How about you take care of it?
So in a way, I didn't want to sell my soul out for it, but I was willing to talk to Ceramic Pro.
Mhm.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You get what I'm putting
You
down
opened
here?
up the
Like I
dialogue.
opened up this, yes, because, and this is the thing at the end of the day, and I did not think about this, I think, until this morning. Again, I'm being cocky. I think I would be more valuable because if I am here saying that I am not going to endorse a product
That you don't believe in.
ever that I don't believe in, that should be worth something.
Yeah, exactly.
That should be worth something. And me being to the point I am today allows me to do that now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't have to say, I use this ceramic coating because of X. We're sitting on these chairs because motherfucker, thanks for the money.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, no.
No, that's not how. Yeah.
No, that's not how it goes. And that's not how I want to be. I want to find a product. And I talked to David about this last night because it was funny.
Which David?
David Fermani.
Oh, okay.
I told him, I said, David, you know the sad part about this is, dude, I don't even know what I want. Like, I don't need, if
Hell, you just told me this with the building when I said, what's going on back there? It's day by day. We're getting it done day by day.
Exactly. I told David, look, dude, the crazy thing about all this is I don't even know what I want from this. Like, I couldn't tell you the perfect deal for me right now because I don't even know what I want.
Present day right now.
Yes. Like me approaching, me responding to Ceramic Pro back, like, this is how open I was. I just wanted to talk to them to first see if they were going to listen, to see if we would even get the conversation started. Some people are like, oh, you never had the intention. I did. I had more intention than you even fucking realize because this was my intention going into it. I knew what I wanted to do for them before I knew what I wanted them to do for me.
Mhm.
Like, and this is what I thought.
Usually kind of backwards.
I thought, check out this fucking facility. For a ceramic coating company, this would be amazing to have under your belt. This would be, again, oh God, he's so cocky.
And in a state where they don't have it at all.
Well, I mean, it's not even a state, just like in
No.
general, like this is.
What is this
like-
state is forgotten about across the
Oh,
board?
yeah, I
They
see
think
what
of
you're
the
saying.
East Coast, the
Yeah.
West Coast. Okay,
I
we
see
could
what you're
have
saying.
a flagship
I see
here.
I see what you're saying. I see exactly what you're saying. Absolutely.
Did you not see
Yes.
how I posted
Yeah.
that?
No.
Louisiana's the last on the map. You don't
No,
give
I
a
saw
fuck
that.
about
I
it.
saw that we're treated different. I did see. But
Yeah.
I can't speak as that. I can't speak. Don't get me wrong. You know what? You know fucking what? You're fucking on to something because I'm going to be honest with you. Look, I have felt as though some of the Sea Quartz guys have gotten more attention because they are on the East Coast of the West Coast.
Yes.
Look, I'm not bashing. I'm not mad about it. I'm not upset. I'm not holding a grudge. I'm not
Facts
pissed.
are facts.
It's just now that you say that, it might make a little more sense.
You want to host a training?
Yeah.
Guess what?
Yeah.
There's not one in the center of the United States.
I can't say where their trainings have been at because they have been hopping around. But you might be true.
I know where the fuck they have been.
No. I know you. Okay. All right.
And yeah, I might
Yes.
sound bitter and
Yes.
angry about it
Yeah.
because I am,
Well, I
because you
mean,
forget about
at the
who's still making
get it.
money for you.
I get it. I get it.
I'm not saying you
Yes.
need to go to every state,
Yes.
but if you don't have anybody in the center of the country to go to,
Right.
you should start thinking about, I need to plant a little flag there.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
This looks like a flag.
I agree. But
The flagpole is up.
So exactly. So what I was getting at was that this facility could be used.
I mean, I can't say it for mine. I love them to go to Lafayette, but I got a shit shop.
For multiple.
This one complains that my floor don't even look right.
Oh man. then he needs to fucking do something about it.
Oh, well, he needs some fucking money. Shit.
So I knew that this would be a badass facility for one, a company to have under their belt, and two, what other better representative of your ceramic coating company, like I said, than a guy that was one of the first,
and from another company.
Yes.
That has no beef with the other
Yes.
company as well.
Yes.
Because he knows what it's all about. I don't know how. Keep going.
So, and not only on top of that, I've come from absolutely nothing. I have poor parents.
So hold on.
I've come from
I'm glad you
nothing.
said that.
Nothing.
Because I want to go back to history. I've said this many times because we fast forward so fast and people don't know what the fuck we're talking about.
Right.
When I first met you, people said, don't talk to this cat.
Mm-hmm.
Why don't talk to this cat? Oh, he's got a silver spoon. Everything's been handed to him. I was like, I don't really get it from him. I do get that he's enjoying life.
Right.
And I get that he's probably like me. If he's got some money, he's going to pamper himself.
Right.
And he's going to represent his business a certain way.
Right.
Because I promise you, that represents your business already. You
Right.
pull up and they're like, I think I'm going to take care. I think I'm going to listen to this guy because he obviously is doing something right.
Yes. Yes.
It's
You
the
would-
same
You
thing.
would think that. Yes.
No, it's like that in Lafayette. I had more respect when I drove that Porsche around.
Really?
And it was wrapped with Ceramic Pro. He's got more respect. He's in that van. He was mobile detailing for 3 years in a Ford Ranger with a sticker on the side.
Yes. Yes.
Now he's got that van. I'm proud of this cat.
Yes.
He's got twice, 3 times his business because
You're not mad
his
at him?
appearance.
You're
I
not
wouldn't
gonna-
give
you're
him a
not-
key to my shop.
You're not going to make fun of him or pick on him or be mad?
I do that all the time.
That's fucked up, dude. You're probably one of the only Ceramic Pro installers that don't do that, because let me tell you something too. I'm going to drop a bomb on you.
What?
Just like you just heard. A
I want to
ceramic
check the back of the
a
building.
Ceramic Pro installer
Mhm.
is the one that called code enforcement and got me in trouble with this building.
Jealous.
Yes.
I have a feeling I know.
Yes. So anyway, so back
But-
to history.
But
back to
nonetheless,
history.
they said don't deal with him.
Yes.
After, I'm talking to Luke. It wasn't Luke that said it.
No, it was
But
probably Alex.
Other people. You talking about Alex, Luke?
Yeah.
No.
No,
it wasn't
not
Luke.
Alex, not Alex. I if I would guess, because I've heard it, I've seen him type it out before. It was your boy in Baton Rouge.
What they say is silver spoon. Everything was handed to him, and I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, well, I followed him. He was mobile rig. I remember the first thing that caught me was mobile rig, and you were cleaning a Lamborghini. And I was
Right.
like, maybe you were jealous you didn't get that Lamborghini or something,
Right. Right.
because everybody fights for the exotic
Yeah,
cars.
absolutely.
Even though
and let's be honest, in New Orleans back then, we had you could count on your hand on, like, it was sad. Like,
Yeah.
we didn't have many.
So they said, you don't want to get involved with him because of that. I'm like,
Because
he's pretty blunt about
because
shit.
I had a silver spoon.
Because things were handed to you.
Oh, okay.
So share with everybody where you came from. You were born here. You were raised here. I mean, how was the family? What was the ethics like? I mean, just give me a backstory of where you came from that puts you in the shoes that you are now and how you believe things.
So technically, I wasn't raised by my parents. I was raised by my aunt and uncle.
Mhm.
So my aunt and uncle raised me. Grew up in Metairie, and there was times I would get a Christmas present, and the Christmas present would get taken back because we had to pay the light bill.
Mhm.
It was a rough childhood.
Yeah.
So, we moved. I don't know if we got evicted. I was young. I don't know what happened, but we moved from here to the North Shore to live with my other aunt and uncle, and they had a legit farm. Like, it was chickens. Like, it was
like animals
700
and stuff.
fucking rabbits.
What you doing with
Like,
rabbits? Y'all just eating rabbits and stuff?
Goats? No, we didn't eat the rabbits. I don't know what the fuck they did with the rabbits.
Oh, I know.
They-
At Easter time, gotta go hustle them rabbits
I
out.
never saw anything done with the fucking rabbits, dude. So I don't know. I don't fucking know. Like, and you know that can forever be a fucking mystery because I never saw the rabbits sold. The rabbits didn't lay fucking eggs. You know what I'm saying? Like, why did we have that many? Why did we have that many? Please, someone,
Auntie,
why did we?
Where them rabbits went?
Why did we have the fucking rabbits? So they had. I mean, I'm talking about, dude, as long as this fucking building, like fucking rabbits.
They
dude.
still got the rabbits?
I don't know, but horses, like everything, cows, everything. So, so then I, you know, we were poor. So, and I got to where I could start working on the farm.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the local farm, the farm next door. Started working there. Then I went to a dairy farm, started milking cows. I was making $20 a day.
Yeesh.
And I mean, these were long, hard days. This wasn't, you know, going to work for 2 hours. This is, you go, you get up, you go get the cows out of the pasture, you bring the cows up to the barn, you lock them in, you milk these cows. Then after you milk them, you have to let them out, you have to clean the entire milk system. Then you have to hose the shit off of the concrete that they've been standing in, shitting.
Yep.
It's probably up to here.
And probably clean them a little bit.
So you clean all that off, and then you got to go put them in a field. And then you got to test the milk to make sure the milk is good for the truck to come pick it up.
Mm-hmm.
And then you do any other cleaning. And then by that time, you know, it's middle of the day. You go get something to eat. And then you about around 2 o'clock, you have to start milking again. So you go repair any fences that need to be repaired. You go, you know, if there's any cows that need medicine or anything, you do all that. You do all the other chores. You get the other cows fed. You know, the baby cows, you have to go feed. You have to literally go hand feed the baby cows the milk. And then you're back at it again.
The next day.
And then no, you milk them twice a day. You milk cows twice a day.
Damn.
And then
they produce milk that fast?
Yes. So you finish, and you have to do it because if you don't do
it sours.
That messes them up.
Makes them sick.
So there is no days off. There is 2 days a day, 365 days a year. There's no Christmas. There's nothing. And I was making $20 a day doing this. Okay. Working,
so you multiply it times 365, working, you still don't make enough.
And I'm 13, 12, 13 years old, dude, doing this.
So you're basically saying the only silver spoon that you were raised off of was the one you ate cereal out of?
Yeah.
And that's it?
Yeah, that's about it, dude. So then...
And then it wasn't real silver?
So then...
It was silver-plated copper?
Then came the problem of, first I did it because I wanted to be able to purchase things like my first truck. I bought my first truck before I had a driver's license. I was 13 years old,
Mm-hmm.
So, and I was detailing. It was a flea market. I was doing detailing for them as well.
Did you always care about that or something?
I was always into cars. I just wanted to be around cars, man. Like, so, and what got me into that is, the original Need for Speed as a kid. The Need for Speed as a kid. You could go through and you could flip through the cars, and it would educate you. There was this screen you could go to, and you would click on the car, and some guy
gives you all the specs and everything.
The McLaren F1 has a top speed of, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
It comes with its own wrench set, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Like the whole thing, and I would just sit there and watch that, and I loved fucking cars. I just loved cars. Like, so my passion for cars was just there. So I wanted to start working because I knew I was going to have to start working to try and get my own car. So
did your we'll call them parents, even though it was your aunt and your uncle, did they have cars that you got to play around with and mess with?
No, we had a fucking Ford Tempo that was wrecked.
Okay.
It stayed wrecked. We couldn't afford to fix it.
So you didn't even really mess with that?
I was embarrassed to get dropped off in school.
Damn.
Like it was rough.
Real silver spoon living, right?
So then my uncle got cancer, and he couldn't work at all. So I had to work. So at 14 years old now, there was no more school. That was it. 6th grade, that was it. Cut off. I didn't make it to 7th. I was working on a dairy farm in La Ronge, Louisiana, milking cows twice a day. Okay? So a girl I was dating, her grandfather owned a dairy farm, and he got very ill. So I had to go take over his farm.
So now you're working two farms.
Yes. So I would milk. So I got his cows set on a schedule where I could milk them between the other two. So technically I was doing 4 milkings a day. And we're not talking about 40, 60 cows. We're talking about 160, 235 cows. I'm not talking about just...
How much milk do they produce?
I mean,
you know?
There's a huge fucking tub bigger than my car. And it goes into there, and some cows do better than others. Some barns would produce more than others. It was just, I've worked at quite a few different ones over there, but I don't know the number. No.
Yeah.
Then I just milked cows, man. Like
Okay.
I just
I'm just curious. I mean, that's
milked
just a
cows.
random thing. I'm just
I
wondering.
never stuck my hand in the ass to learn how to inseminate them. Like I literally just milked the cows.
Why would you want to do that?
That's how they do it. That's how most of the time they artificially inseminate cows. Yep.
They don't fuck in the field?
No, most of the time they artificially inseminate these cows. It comes in.
I thought they let a bull like they do the sheep. You let the little bull, you let
Listen,
the little male sheep
Listen,
go out there and just impregnate all the sheep.
I have had the fuck mauled out of me by a bull. Like I literally.
Oh, I can imagine.
I have literally one because normally what you do is if the bull comes in, you normally just let him through, but he wants to eat sometimes, and there's feed in the trough where you put the board it
thing
looks,
around
it looks
the neck.
bad, but that's how you hold him in there and you milk him. Okay,
Yeah.
So the bull comes in one day. And I'm trying to get him out, and he just wasn't having it.
He's like, dude, you don't know
And
me.
and we had a big shock thing. I didn't even go for
He said,
the
you
shock.
better Google me.
Son, he said, you fitting to find out. He went through the trough front ways. I'm running down the trough. He's chasing me, and he caught me right at the fucking end and fucking picked me up and basically sandwiched me up into the fucking ceiling. Like, he wore me out, dude, and then fucking...
I bet
Yes.
you said, I'm not even
I was
tasing.
like,
No tase around here.
Motherfucker. Well, he went to auction the next day.
Brandon said, I got your number.
The next day,
partner.
that bitch went to auction. Yes, son.
Oh, my God.
But yes, but you artificially inseminate. I never learned all of those things. I didn't, I learned how to, fix the fences. I learned how to work on the tractor.
You're a
I
maintenance
learned how
man.
to operate the tractor. I learned how to milk the cows, but I didn't know how many gallons of milk we sold, how much it sold for a
I got
gallon.
a question. Have you watched Clarkson's Farm?
No.
You don't like Jeremy Clarkson? You don't know who Jeremy Clarkson is?
I know who Jeremy Clarkson is. I've never
was a
watched his-
commentator.
I didn't even know. For
He bought
Top Gear.
a farm
But I didn't
3
know
years
he had
ago.
a farm.
Dude, he's got his own show about him on the farm. And literally...
What kind of farm? Like, is it like...
Farm. Sheep, crops, horses, pigs,
Sheep.
chicken,
Yes.
cow. I think his episode
Yes.
season 2 is cows now.
Yes.
So, because he
Yes.
learned a lot of lessons because they sold sheep,
Uh-huh.
and he'd get the meat from the sheep, and then he had his own market. Now
Oh,
he's
wow.
got a fresh market on his
So then
farm.
he has the black. He has what I would refer. They're black Angus. So the cows are black. The
I
ones
don't
that you
I don't
said-
know.
That's the ones you eat. The
Oh.
ones you eat are the black. The ones that you milk are the ones that are black and white.
Watch Clarkson's Farm.
All right, I'll have to check it out.
You ain't got time for that.
So anyway,
You can't even charge your phone.
I don't. Yeah. So anyway. so anyway. I found this truck at this flea market, and I started detailing their cars for them. So this is what I did between the milkings. I would go and pick up a car and detail it for them at my house and bring it back to them.
Mhm.
That's you got to think I was probably 14, 15, and I was just using AutoZone products.
Yeah,
You
that's
know
what we all start off with.
You know what I'm saying? It was just AutoZone products, but I didn't know it. I knew what I was doing, but I didn't know what I was compared to now. Like
You're reading the
you don't know-
instructions on the
you don't know
bottle,
what a
and then you're
fucking
doing
thing-
what the bottle
absolutely,
tells you.
Absolutely, I didn't know what a fucking clay bar was. Like, I'm sure a clay bar existed back then, but I didn't know what the fuck it was.
Yeah.
Just normal wax in a car and detailing, cleaning these cars up for sale.
Hey, so y'all hear this? He didn't know it all, so he's not an asshole about it. He learned it along the way, and is just trying to help people by sharing his experience.
Well, I mean,
wait, I didn't know this.
That's another thing. I didn't know you from a stranger on the street, and this is a lot of things that a lot of guys don't speak up about. There's plenty of guys that I help. You know what I'm saying? And there's all day long. My phone is.
But when you
blowing up
say
with
help,
questions.
though, what
Yeah.
do you mean by help? Are you giving them money or something?
I'm giving them business.
Okay.
I'm giving them advice. I'm telling them, good products. Just like you said earlier.
Leads me to how we reconnected.
Yes.
I made a post on Instagram. I post and ghost.
Mhm.
I don't care.
Mhm.
You can comment. You can share. I don't give a fuck.
Okay.
But you
All right.
tagged the business.
Oh, really?
And that's what got my attention. And then I went and looked because somebody said something and they shared a screenshot of the Instagram post with a quote. It triggered you because of I talked about there's no such thing as a coating that lasts a lifetime.
Oh, okay.
These warranties sound
Okay.
cute,
Yes.
but they're not worth shit. I went into that, and then I didn't expect this from you. I didn't expect you to give me an accolade
Oh, okay.
and say, hey, that's my boy. He knows what he's talking about.
Yeah.
I didn't expect that.
Yeah.
I thought we were done.
Yeah.
Because after 2018
Uh-huh.
and you dropped off,
Yeah.
and I was actually upset about what happened in Houston, a couple things with some of them boys out there. You
Yeah.
already know.
Yeah.
I told
Yes.
you before I left.
Yes.
Full of shit.
Yes.
Me and Braden headed back. I was like, I'm going to leave B alone.
Right.
But then I'd follow you on social media and you just wouldn't post nothing
Right.
no more. So I figured we were done.
Right.
For you to do that, I
Right.
appreciate that.
Right.
And then we reconnected because then I answered the post and then the guy deleted it.
No.
And then we started clowning.
Oh,
Remember,
no.
I said, dude deleted the post. Because
Oh,
as
that's-
soon
you
as
know what?
I
That's
chimed
right. You
in,
are right. Yes.
he
Yes.
deleted. And then I told
Yes.
David, I said,
Yes.
first of all, I didn't expect this from B.
Yeah.
B gave me an accolade.
Yeah.
That means a lot because
Yeah.
I looked up to you and that's
Yeah.
when I started my business. And then
Yeah.
I said, hold on, wait a minute. Now the post is gone. I was like, the cat. Yeah. So I took screenshots and sent it to him.
No.
And boop, gone. And then we've started a discourse and now this is where we are today.
That's the thing. I help as many people as I can, but most of it's privately. You know, like one guy was bitching the other day. I don't see you posting. No, dude, I'm helping people that I'm not the guy out here that is gonna film me going to help somebody or post online that I did a charity run. I'm just gonna go do it.
But what
I'm gonna go do it.
But the reason why those people do that is because they're looking to brag. They want to look better than everybody. I don't think I've ever seen you post anything to look better than anybody. You've shown off and stuff like that. And I say that, and I clown with you about Blacklist Kings because that was the show off period of your life.
Yes.
But I don't think I've seen anything outside of that besides, hey, I'm working hard. I'm busting my ass. I got this nice shit. I'm going to enjoy it. What y'all up to?
Right.
That's what I've seen in the past.
Right.
And I don't think people can handle a blunt, direct way of speaking as well. So those guys that want to go help people and post and I helped this guy out, let's take a picture.
Yeah.
No, that's not how life should be.
Right.
You should have wanted to do that to help that guy out because you're
100%.
trying to make the industry better.
100%.
David says it all the time. Dude, we know more than everybody. We should do some trainings. I'm not interested in that.
I'm glad you brought that up because that's like I'm seeing guys
David
hosting
David
trainings.
soon in a year will know more than me because he's out there more and he picked up a lot from me. I want that though because I can't do this forever.
Yeah, no, 100%. I mean, you've got to pass the torch.
Now I'm injured.
Yeah, I
can't hold a machine. I gotta have another surgery.
Yeah,
can I afford the surgery? We're still fighting over that in the settlement.
Right.
If I don't get that money, I can't have that surgery.
Right.
Guess what that means? Mila, as much as I love Mila, me and Mila got a divorce now.
Y'all got to part ways.
Yeah.
Y'all got to part fucking ways.
So, but that's why it's good to have somebody that carries on.
Yeah.
And that's what David's doing.
Well, I mean, that's with the whole young generation. And that's one thing that bothers me about speaking out. Like if no one stands up and says, hey, and holds these manufacturers to a standard.
Oh, they'll roll over everybody.
Well, they are.
Oh, boy,
they are now. They're just it's wildfire right now, you know, and fuck it. Like fuck it, dude. Like if that's the way the detailers want to be and act, I hate to say this.
What did I tell you?
I'm laughing at some of them because I'm looking at their shit and I'm seeing that they're mad at me and saying I'm bragging and I'm doing this, but they're 2 years into this, putting their nose up and talking shit and holding training. And I'm not saying that these guys aren't working hard. They're not learning. They're not doing these things. But everybody,
you're not a
their
master.
mother now is training.
No.
Like they're training. Like they're training people. They want to train somebody. They want to do this because you know why? And I think this is some of it. I think Ceramic Pro is to blame for some of this because if your opening push to someone is, I made 22 millionaires.
That's the wrong approach.
Now you're instilling into this new guy.
Do whatever it takes.
I want to make 22 millionaires too.
And they're going to do
whatever
whatever
it takes.
takes.
I'm going to train people because if I train people, if I get 6 people to pay me $2,000 to train them, like, dude, slow down. You just
do you even know the product?
You just started.
Yep.
You just started, man. And these, I think it's great. It's great that these new polishers exist because they have helped grow the industry. They are making it a lot easier for these guys to do their job.
But you still need to know what you're doing.
It's amazing. I love it. But they're making detailers out of everybody.
Not really.
I mean, they are. Everyone that thinks
everybody
they have a
thinks
new, nice
they
polish,
can.
That's what I'm saying.
But I promise you put these cars alongside of each other, especially at a car show where I'm at. I don't go to them anymore because they don't like.
Well,
certain
some of them don't.
people.
Some of them don't even understand the way the polishes work.
I know.
They don't. They don't understand the way the chemical reaction works. They don't understand any of these things.
That's stuff that I tell him, and that's why he knows more than everybody else because I dig into shit and I just pass it on.
But you're passing it along. Yeah. You're passing it along, and it's crazy.
What am I going to do with all that knowledge?
Yeah, but I mean, you're not.
I'm gonna let it just die with me.
Yeah, you're not. Yeah, I mean that's
Fuck.
that's.
We need more people to know what they're doing. Just be honest up front. I know Ceramic Pro doesn't be honest up front all the time, but I just, I don't want you to think I'm sticking up for Ceramic Pro, but I do know it works.
Look,
proof
let
is.
Let me tell you something. I'm not bashing their product.
Mm-hmm.
I've never once bashed their product.
You just don't like how they send the message out.
Yes, and
I know.
I get the marketing. I get the crazy marketing.
No, I don't like the marketing.
Listen,
I can't stand that shit.
I love how they market cool, nice shit. Like I love how they're going.
You mean they're effective?
Yes.
In how they do it.
Yes, and I love that because like I love that they are smart enough to say, let's go get a shop that looks fucking good. Let's go rent this 720. Let's put Ceramic Pro up the side. Let's make this look the part.
Mm-hmm.
Let's make this look the part. Bam, and then blitz it. That's perfect. But you're missing everything else besides that. You're missing it.
Mm-hmm.
You're missing it, man. And you know what? It's never too late to circle back and fix that. And I think if whoever can put that all together.
Have you talked to Peter?
Who's that? Peter who? You talking about the owner of Ceramic Pro or one of the head
Well,
guys?
no, he's the CEO. He's not the owner. The owner is
No.
Dimitri, and Dimitri's in Croatia.
No, I've never spoke.
So this is what I've done. So we can close that little Ceramic Pro chapter. I understand everything you've come across with it. It makes sense. And I'm with them.
Right.
I have nothing against them except the sales team.
Right.
I talked to Jen. Jen's going to look into it. I'm the only one in Louisiana that's on her, which is the West Coast.
Right.
That's corporate.
Right.
Those are the people that actually listen to installers. They talk to people like they're clients.
Yes.
It's like, I'm going to talk to you, and they'll call you on the phone and not send you a text message.
Yeah.
I think the way that it's all handled wrong, first of all, is text.
Yeah.
First of all, tone.
Well, he told me he was calling me.
But he never did.
He said he was calling. He said him and David Dick were calling. And listen, when I gave him my number, he failed to mention this. I said, text me before you call. Because
so you can expect it. You got a lot going on.
Because I'm running around, I'm talking to people. It's not purposely that I'm missing calls. And I wanted.
You're in the process of getting shit done.
I wanted this conversation to happen. And instead of that, he used that as, I'm going to text this dude an application. And that's when I'm like,
no.
Huh?
You missed the whole thing.
Yes.
Yep.
What?
Well, Jen is going to see, because the problem now is it's stuck under his account.
Jerron?
Yeah.
Oh.
She can't. He has to release it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you've burned that bridge with him.
Yes.
So he won't have a problem saying, fuck it.
Yes.
Take it.
Yes.
Because I know the attitude of the East Coast reps.
Yes.
They're assholes.
Right.
I'm a god. Fuck that guy. Who
and
cares?
That's you know what the crazy thing is? I'm sitting here being blamed that I think that I'm better than everyone else, when it's really, at the end of the day, it's Ceramic Pro acting like they're better than everyone else. Yeah. Because let me tell you something.
It took the installers to get Ceramic Pro to where they are today. That's all I'm going to say.
But they'll never admit that. They will. To me, they seem like the company that seems like they walk around with their nose up, and they don't have the reasons to walk around.
No, there's a split in the country.
To me, and I hate to say this, but they're the Walmart of ceramic coatings. They fucking mass.
Well, they're having a hard time controlling it now.
Well, that's what happens.
And guess what?
What do you expect?
People like me have to clean up.
What do you expect? And that was my point. I sent them a picture of the Ceramic Pro New Orleans facility, and I'm like, this, and again,
is your elite dealership.
And listen to me. I get it. I came from as poor as you can come. I'm not sitting here saying that guy should have this place. Yeah. But come on, man. Y'all let him be the elite person. At first, I would have looked at that and said, man, look, you got a great facility. Let's grow some. You can be a pro installer. I don't know exactly how everything works with them, but I would let him be the top of the top that he could be. But I wouldn't give him the elite spot. I mean, there was tons of other shops around here that
Do you know what elite means?
No.
It means you spent $20,000 in a year in product. This is another fucked up thing. Hey, David, where have we been? we've been to Baton Rouge, right? So I know of experience of, we've been to places where I know some people have elite status. I can't get elite status because I don't spend $20,000 in product. And guess who's training them? How many people?
He's training those people. He's telling
Yeah, that's
people,
great.
I'm
great.
doing the legwork to get them up to speed.
Right.
Not mad at them. I'm
Right.
proud you're
Right.
elite.
No, 100%.
But how many of
I
them?
get it.
Why doesn't Ceramic Pro recognize that I'm doing this?
And I think that's the problem with their company.
I can't get elite because, once again, it's about money. And that's what they saw in you, but you didn't play that game of I'm going to let you buy me out.
No.
So the elite Ceramic Pro New Orleans is because they spend 20 grand in product. You could spend 20 grand in a day.
Listen, he didn't claim that. He specifically said that's not their shop. That's the best part about that.
Wait, what are you talking about?
He's a liar. He specifically said that is not their facility. He said,
I've been to the owner's house.
Listen to me.
To pick up product. I know it's theirs.
This is what I'm getting at, though. Like, these are the lies that these people are on, dude. Like, it's absolutely insane.
No, I think they don't know what they're talking about. I think they just there's a gap in communication or something.
Read that.
Okay, that's not how we do business. I would love to know where that is located and look into it. But if you would like to know how we really do business and represent our brand, shoot me an email. I've been to the owner's house. I know. Ooh,
what?
$5.99.
Yes.
It cost me $900 to buy the fucking
Yes.
bottles.
So listen.
What?
Listen.
What the fuck is going on?
Okay, well.
So read that one, because I believe that's where they disclaim that place is theirs.
Okay, so myself and David Dick would love the opportunity to get on the horn with you. And see if Ceramic Pro operates now. Wait, to see if how Ceramic Pro operates now can fit with you. But what did he send you to say how it operates? And go over what your insights would need to be. What you've mentioned is very true. Our marketing is great, so one could understand why someone would want to take advantage of that, installer or not. That location does not offer CP. Okay, well then why don't you shut them down? I've personally got Ceramic Pro stripped from people.
Is that
it takes a phone call, an address, and a cease and desist letter.
I get it. So then I asked me to send him his number. So then I send my number, and I said, look, Jack, exactly the same things I told you.
Oh, so did he ever call you?
No, that's when I got. So this is look.
I see that's the end of the text.
So this is December. So
yeah.
Then no. So then we'll go to. We will go to.
So if everybody's wondering, we're playing on Brandon's phone trying to get some facts right here. And that's what we're doing. I mean, we're getting down to the point where if y'all tuned in, there was, I'll call it drama. And I did clown with Brandon. I called him the drama king at the time because of a post that was made.
So that was December 10th. So then look what he does.
And we're just looking at the text messages of how the discourse has gone out. And I know how B is, and I also know how Ceramic Pro is. And okay, so Jay, who the fuck is Jay? No, these are screenshots you sent me. Come back next week for part 2.